Word. Word.
That pre-workout right there is on.
Hey, yo, we about to go live.
What it do? What it do? I'm Black Earth here with Clock Watch. Also on the 2117. We back with the shenanigans, people. It's Sunday night. It's our night. We in the motherfucking house. Everybody, we got a great episode for you tonight. We have more special guests back. We got Mo Fire back here. And we're gonna lead it off with King Clips.
What's going on, y'all? It's King Clips, family man, doing the family damn thing, man. You catch us in the Clock Watch group. Catch us on Instagram, Clock Watch, YouTube, Clock Watch, Twitter, Clock Watch. Holla at us, man. Drop likes, follow us, and I will pass it on to Chrissy. Let them know what you're doing, girl.
Hey, what's going on? Good evening, everybody. Great to be back. Like we tell you every episode to make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friends to tell their friends. Big shout out to my man Onyx Ramirez. He hit up over 400 of his people. That's what we want to see done. We want to share with everybody. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Don't forget, we got our new Around the Turnbuckle. We got TJ, Mr. Spitter, coming out with his new Wednesday podcast. Make sure you catch that at noon. Then don't forget, Power P every Monday, 9 p.m. I'm going to send it over to Clearly Better.
Clearly Better. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. It's not just a name, it's a lifestyle. I'm going to throw it over to Spitter.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's TJ Spitter, a.k.a. The Street Whisperer. It's probably going to be some new nicknames today. Tune in, Clock Watch on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Like, subscribe, share. Tell your friends to tell their friends. Power P Monday nights at 9, Around the Turnbuckle Saturday nights at 8. You catch my new show coming this Wednesday at noon, Spitting with Spitter. Don't forget, again, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends to tell your friends, stop being fucking idiots. You know what I mean? For real. And I'm going to pass it over to Lady E. Go ahead.
What's up, guys? I'm Lady E, and I just want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, drop a like, comment, and tune in podcast Monday, and at 9 Around the Turnbuckle on Wednesday.
Yeah, Around the Turnbuckle is on Saturday at 8 p.m., y'all. On Wednesday, I don't know if she's bringing up. That must be the storm in Florida right now. Also, on Wednesday night, Wednesday premiering at noon. It's Spitting with Spitter. We've been waiting for this. I want to see how this directly comes through. I know he got some insight, got a lot of interviews, some fly interviews, and lots of shit y'all want to hear. Make sure you're tagging and tune in for that shit. It's going to be every Wednesdays at noon. You know what I mean? Rock out with him. All right, so everybody introduce yourself. Everybody all here? How you feeling tonight, everyone?
Good, man. Good? I'm real good, man. Yeah.
Y'all quiet. I mean, y'all ain't this quiet before the show?
My that's a little bit.
I mean, we was rocking out.
My internet is not.
I just want to say I'm just thankful that my power's back on. Yeah, you understand, like that. Tough times, we ain't got no damn power. Real shit. And we not even 100% now, so my shit's like light. Everything in my house looks like kind of dim and shit, like an iridescent glow to it and shit. And Spin with Spitter is epic. You're right. So we're gonna dive into our first subject tonight. After I say what's up, ow. Catch him on Saturday nights 8 p.m. and again this Sunday at 6 p.m. That's Around the Turnbuckle. Dope shit.
What's going on, Al?
All right, so
fuck that guy.
So
No.
Oh, what's up, Big Al Boski? I'm sorry. Hey.
Yeah, so our first subject tonight is will the NFL be the same with players opting out and the lack of fan support at the stadium? So I'm gonna send this over here to let's go Clips. Clips, why don't you start off tonight?
All right. Check. Will the NFL be the same with players opting out? I feel it's not gonna be the same, but we're still gonna be into it. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people opting out, and there's a lot of, guys trying to be safe with the COVID and everything else, and that's completely understandable. Like, I get it, but at the same time, I think the NBA is showing or giving a great example on how we can still live life with sports while, living our ordinary lives, man. Like, I think, like, I went to the barbershop this weekend, right? Got a haircut on Friday. And all me and my barber talked about was the upcoming season. That's all we did. And, I mean, the fans are still in it. I'm like, so, yo, how you feel about, the fans that it's not going to be that deep? Like, you'll probably even hear, like, more conversations coming out of the stands than anything. You'll hear a lot of trash talk going on in the field. He's like, yo, I'm in. Like, fuck that. We still gonna, you know what I'm saying? My team, what was his team again? Buffalo. Yeah, his team is Buffalo. So he's just like, yo, my team. And they happen to play us this year, and they're gonna get stomped out. So me and him automatically, we got charged. It was like COVID didn't even exist. I started talking about how my team, like how the West is going to sweep them and everything else. So I can still feel the excitement of the NFL coming back, especially for me after my team just made the Super Bowl and lost. Hell yeah, we want some redemption, man. We back at it. So, I mean, I'm going to pass it to Chrissy.
You see me shaking my head no here. I do got some numbers. So right now, there are 66 players who have opted out. Patriots have the most with 8. Browns come in second with 5 players who have opted out. I don't think it's going to be the same. I know I was watching the basketball game not too long ago, and it felt weird not having the fans in the stand cheering them on. I'm like, how do you get that momentum? How do you get that, because I know for me, I need people in the background like, yes, get it, ooh, all of that, to keep the momentum and to keep it going and keep it live. And then, I need to see all my men in their tights running down the damn field. Like, come on.
For the wrong reasons. Take the Pittsburgh football to the oblong 8. No, but before we go there, we got Max. Max had to make a comment. He said, absolutely not. Ken Support has Ken Support has driven the sports spirit for me for years. What does that mean? I don't know. But it's necessary so we can finally get to the COVID business wrapped up.
Fan support has driven the sport spirit.
Oh,
exactly what I just said.
Okay, exactly right. I agree with you, Max.
So no, I don't think it's going to be the same. I need all my babies with their little tight, running down the field. Then we good.
I don't know what's wrong with these people right here. 49ers people. Go to sleep.
Right? It's just mute all of them.
Was that pigeons? Oh, eagles. Oh, sorry.
Eagles.
What did you say?
Pigeons.
The pigeons.
Why?
Why? I didn't say pigeons, but somebody an Eagles fan. Fuck them too. You know who I roll with.
That's what
you know who I roll with. If you ain't Raiders Nation, you ain't shit, baby.
That's what it is, baby. That's what it is. TJ, stick a fork in them. They done.
You know what I mean? We'll kick your ass in the parking lot, Charles. Cut the shit clips.
Right. That's why y'all didn't like to sleep in the bed. That's what y'all didn't want to share the stadium. Y'all was scared.
No.
You show up big.
What Alan said there? What Alan said there?
He's an Eagles fan. It don't matter.
Yeah, he don't count. Eagles don't count. Eagles, it doesn't even matter what he said.
Nah, he said, so Chrissy prefers an audience. Sometimes I feel like in that, sometimes I don't.
You feel like I ain't gonna go there. Listen, we too early in the show. And as Spitter would say, we're not even 9 minutes in.
It takes us 6 minutes to go off the rails.
It ain't me.
We know what kind of nut she's looking for at home. Chime in, boys and girls.
So what you say about the Raiders?
Who's sending the 2 clips?
Huh? Nah, that was Chrissy. Chrissy, who you sending it to?
So I'm gonna go ahead and send it to Mr. Spitter. He looks like he got a lot to say.
Well, I agree with Charles as to where like the bubble in the NBA, what the NBA community is doing is proving that this will work. But at the same time, football is derived on full stadiums, tailgating, party, let's go root for our team. It might affect us a little bit, but at the same time, if COVID does get wrapped up by the beginning of the season, I think, I don't know if it will or not, but I think as football fans are going to come out and support anyway. I don't think it's going to matter if there's a pandemic or not. You know what I mean? I think they're going to go out and support and root for their team, which happens to be the Raiders. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's America's team. Yeah.
Go ahead, Clips.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. Clips got something on his mind. Go ahead, big fella.
What you about to say?
Oh, right? Yeah. Shut, get the fuck out of here, yo. Like, well, how you say it, TJ? Cut the shit. Knock it off, yo. Y'all gotta relax. Both of y'all.
So my question to you.
Gotta relax. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like,
So I know you. I know you go to the games, but how many other people actually go to football games?
I know quite a few. I know someone who holds season passes for the Dallas Cowboys.
That's a waste of money.
I've been my fair share, but my thing is that I enjoy the game better at home than I do at the game anyway. Like, I love to be able to watch it on TV better than I would, or go to the local bar rather than go to the actual game, because it becomes too much. Like, then you can barely even see the game. I mean, it's cool to like the experience in life, but if I can't buy season passes and shit I'd rather be home watching.
Absolutely. I feel the same way.
Me too.
If you had the bread, though, you'd definitely be in there. Yeah,
well, I mean, yeah.
As a player, though, don't you need that? I mean, I know for me, like I was saying, for me, I need to be rooted on. I need to hear that in the background, you know? Like I said, watching the basketball games is like, what the fuck is going on? It's weird.
Most players happen to be like, are really alpha males and real competitive. So whoever's playing defense on them, they're going to spice it up. It doesn't matter if anybody's in it. Like the NBA is kind of like real pickup game-ish right now. Yeah. But you can see they're individually going at each other.
That's true. I agree with you on that. Marissa Weaver says hello. Hello, Miss Weaver. How are you?
What's up,
She also says, in the same breath, she says, fuck the NFL.
Go Raiders.
So in that same breath. And then we have a hater. We have a real life hater right here on our next one. Right here it says, fuck people that still watch football fans and not AKA Vegas sucks.
I think people.
That sounds like a real life hater. James says, I had 4 games lined up to go this year. My brother,
right? You see what he's wearing. I'm gonna interrupt you for that one. And I want to go to this one right here. He's like, let's go footy. Yeah.
Moving on.
Man, y'all Raiders fans that.
Most feed off of the fans. You're right. I mean, you're right. They do, because that energy and that home field advantage won't exist anymore if there's no fans and there's nobody in the action. It's like practice. It's basically what's going to be like for them. So there's going to be a lot of offside and all types of shit like that as well. Niggas ain't going to do shit. Then we have somebody says, Mercer again. But with that said, you know what? New instrument? I don't know what that's for. New entertainment? New addition?
New England?
I don't know what that is. I don't even know who that is. No.
Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Ralph, and Johnny, too.
That's the only any I know. The damn tuck roll. Fuck that. Get that shit out of here. And then
Facebook user. Facebook user. We all know you.
That's the perfect segue to get into clearly.
Let me explain this right now. Please accept the terms above the chat right there. You'll see it says StreamYard. Click on there and accept the terms, and then we can see who you are. All right, thank you, Giants.
I was right. New England Patriots. Sorry.
No, I knew who it was.
No, we all knew who it was, Chris.
They don't come.
But I digress. Go ahead with you.
But her team, but Marissa, your team is the one that got 8 players that already opted out, and you can't come back in. Once you opt out, you're out. But if you don't opt out in the beginning, later on down the line, you can opt out. So they opted out. That's it. They're not coming back. It's done.
Yeah, but they got Bill Belichick too, so it don't even matter.
Yeah, let's be clear.
Everybody talk about Tom Brady. Tom Brady, listen, man. Bill Belichick make the wheels go round on that team. Tom Brady, not Tom Brady.
How you really feel about
Cam
it?
Newton. Cam Newton's his quarterback now.
Yeah.
Tom Brady, if he had a fraction of the skill that Cam Newton had, Bill Belichick would have 10 Super Bowls.
Talk to him. Spicy hot take.
Brady,
I kind of agree.
Brady ain't nobody. I know Belichick inside and out. He came from Big Blue or organization. He should have came back home, but you know what? Let him do his thing up in New England. But that's the best coach that ever did it.
Oh, he did his thing. He definitely did his thing.
Did his thing.
So how you feel about that though, Sean?
There's no home field advantage anymore. That's gone. A lot of
That's
NFL fans are gone. A lot of listen, I'm still with my Giants and all that, but watch how many people NFL lost a lot of people. And they tried to save face with the whole Kaepernick thing, and it all came out. A, dude's trash. B, he used it as a platform. Like, I get you use it to your advantage, but dude legit had no interest in the NFL. He lost a lot of fans. A lot of fans watched, they soured over that. You know, this whole COVID-19 put all that in the background. Watch them. They played themselves by trying to compensate for Kaepernick, because you know they all compensated for him, and then he spun on him the last half hour. They gave him the chance, and he's like, "Oh no, over here."
Yo, do we know that though? Because
it's facts.
I didn't agree with that. But go ahead, Charles.
Half hour before the thing, he called and said, "Nah, I'm doing it here, dude." You know.
Yep.
Nobody.
He did. That's a fact.
Do that. They said they put Jay-Z on the line for him. All that shit happened.
Yeah.
Half hour later.
Yeah.
Listen, he was never even a top 20 quarterback. You can't do that.
I think that's
hold on. I don't know top 20 quarterback. The year they went to Super Bowl, he was in the top 10.
Alex Smith should have been the quarterback that Super Bowl run. He got hurt.
Nah, but he wasn't though. It was Kaepernick.
Nah, that was yo, Sean. That was the year before. We got outed. We got outed by your team when the year that Alex Smith got hurt, Kaepernick took over. We lost the NFC Championship to the Giants that year. Next year, Colin Kaepernick took us to the Super Bowl all by himself. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Here's my thing on that.
In that championship game in 2010.
Here's my thing on that. If I was Kaepernick, I would have never showed up for that shit either. That was a setup. That was a rig. Because one, how you gonna have you? First of all, the way they threw that shit together was mad late. He asked to have his own receivers there. No one ever goes to places without their own receivers. You're just gonna be thrown to some random Joe Bob that's UPS came out for the workout. And then what they would try to play them was once they would have dropped all his balls and shit like that, they were like, "See, he's washed up. He cannot make that." That was a setup. Man.
All they got to do is
the NFL knew that he was assigned that contract before they even put on that damn show.
Numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. Look at his numbers through his career. Numbers.
Yeah, but he's still hold up. He's still hold up. He's still better than a lot of quarterbacks that are out there now.
Like who?
I'm gonna tell you like
this. You think you're better than Jameis Winston?
No, he's not better. Hold up. Jameis Winston was first 5,000, 30, but he was number one passer. But he's better than he's better than fucking Carr.
Yeah.
Carr ain't got nothing to work with, man.
Hold up. He was better than that nigga that was starting in Jacksonville. He's
what the Menshaw guy? The guy's like
no. Dude that they had there, the dude that they had before that they gave away.
Foles won a Super Bowl for the Eagles. He brought
no, brother. Eagles. Who did Nick Foles come and replace?
No, the number one Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles. Yeah, he's better than Bortles. Better than Bortles.
Yeah, but he was the number 1 draft pick. You don't give up on the number 1
better than
draft
Cousins.
pick. But Kaepernick he did nothing. The guy did nothing.
Nah, time out. Sean,
Listen.
time out. Some quarterbacks, right, are good with certain coaches. This is why I feel Tom Brady isn't going to be shit down in Tampa Bay. Eli Manning, Tom Coughlin, prime example.
Coughlin.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Prime example. As soon as Coughlin left or got fired or resigned or wherever he went down to the Panthers, trash.
Jaguars.
Yeah.
Trash. You know what I'm saying? Same shit with Jim Harbaugh and Colin Kaepernick. As soon as Jim Harbaugh was out of there, Cap's numbers went down the fucking tool because this is a guy that he looked up to that pretty much mentored him. But between him and Alex Smith on the sideline as a Niners fan, like Alex Smith has one of the greatest QB IQs in football. So he was teaching Colin the ins and out, what to do, not to do while on the sideline before he got traded to Kansas City. Now
and put up numbers there.
After that,
everywhere he goes, he gets traded. No one wants him.
Oh, son. Anyway, that has nothing to do with Colin Kaepernick losing his coach and numbers dropping.
I'm not talking about that.
Some coaches make I'm talking about that. Some coaches make quarterbacks. Is what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
A lot of these system guys.
Belichick, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
You're gonna see how he does on the.
All right. So I think that he has too many weapons in Tampa. So I mean,
I think he's gonna do all right.
Yeah. The only problem is in Tampa though is that defense does still suck, and that offensive line gave up 42 sacks. So
they still got Odell.
Huh?
They still got Odell.
Who got Odell?
Oh my bad. That's Cincinnati.
They got 2,000-yard receivers, but part of that shit, that was even though Jameis Winston threw 30 interception, that was all Jameis. To be honest. Yeah. So I mean, that offensive line was not going to help him. I think Brady's going to be injured by the end of the season. I don't think he's going to finish the season. He is 43.
I was going to say he's up there. He's up there.
Yeah.
He can still throw the ball though.
No, we're going to see him.
Yeah, but shit still cracks differently at 43.
We're going to see him Brett Favre his last year.
But my thing is that offense, you guys have to. I watch every Tampa game because I was a Jameis Winston fan, I'm a Florida State fan. I root for him, but my team is Raiders. You know what I mean? So I root for the dude, but I've seen that offensive line cave in too many times. They spent high draft picks for that offensive line, and they suck. I mean, come on, 42 sacks and hurried and rushed. He was rushed 30 times. Like, my dude, like, what quarterback is going to be able to withstand that pressure?
Did you see? You said man. I don't know. I think Tom Brady's going to get killed this year, and
same thing.
But it's not going to be what I meant to say. TJ was it's not going to be a Brett Favre type of situation because Brett Favre was nasty until his last days with Minnesota.
Brett Favre,
that guy beat us with 30 seconds left on the clock, threw a bomb, and made it. I hate Brett Favre. He was fucking nasty, though. You gotta give it to him. I don't think Tom.
No question, but I want to see how much gas does Tom have left in the tank? And like you said, and like clearly better said, we're gonna see how he gets exposed without Belichick.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. I'm not saying he's not one of the greats, but you would never find me saying Tom Brady like all this. Oh, it's rings. He's the best that did it. Get out of here. I mean, he's a system quarterback.
Right.
Listen, Drew Bledsoe was putting up hella numbers in that system too before he got hurt. And then here comes Tom Brady.
Talk to me. Talk that hot shit.
Listen, he's a mastermind. He's a mastermind. They're going to be fine. Even if Cam didn't come in, if he just would have had that Jason Statham guy or whoever the hell he got, it doesn't matter who he got. Remember who Tom Brady was when he came in? No.
No.
No, you want to know what's fucked up is that people don't even remember Drew Bledsoe, bro.
They don't remember Bledsoe.
They don't even fucking remember Drew Bledsoe. That's
was
crazy.
Yeah.
That is so crazy because of Tom Brady. That is nuts. That is nuts, B.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the Belichick effect, man.
Absolutely.
Again, Facebook user, we can't.
Anna. She said she can't. Anna said she couldn't. She doesn't know where to click on it. It's Anna.
Tell her to Biden slide into the top of the screen.
Yo, did he say the Biden sliding?
Yeah, he definitely did.
And click the button.
He's just firing back his spitter. He's wilding. Alan's out here.
He's out here. Alan's out here in these streets.
Yeah, man. The league figured out crack quick. I don't think that's necessarily true though, James, because you still had other quarterbacks that run and pass at the same time, and it's still effective to this day.
My brother's diehard 49er fan, so I follow him through the years. I root for them. They're not my team. I'm a Giants fan, and that's all there is to it. But I keep up with the team. I watch, and my brother's diehard. And he was sick when they got rid of Alex Smith, because Alex Smith will not lose. He's not going to lose anything for you. Like Kaepernick, he'll lose games for you. Alex Smith is the ultimate
average quarterback.
That's right. And he'll never, ever lose a game for you. Ever.
Super average. He has no arm. He's smart as fuck. And he knows how to make decisions, but he has no arm at all. He cannot air the ball out. That guy will never air the ball out. He'll take a sack before he airs the ball out. And that's horrible. And that's why he got his leg broken. So,
wow.
Next question.
Wow.
Real talk. You should have aired it out. You should have aired it out. Did you watch that game?
Washington. I mean,
yeah,
he didn't have a line.
Air it out. Like Let it go. He's thinking too much.
Marissa Weaver says, you can't make a blanket statement like about Brady when he hasn't played without Bill yet.
Yes, we can.
Brady sucks. Brady sucks. Everybody sees what happens in any game that they ever played. The Super Bowls where you put pressure on him, the boy folds. Sucks. So he's right. Without Bill. But he's not gonna do shit without Bill. Not happening.
All right.
Yo, James, just shout out to you, bro. I gotta let this air. I gotta put this out here. Go Knowles. I'm feeling you on that to the strength. I'm with you on that. Florida State in the house.
Okay.
And Lady E's back. Welcome, Lady E.
How does Lady E feel about that topic, though? We didn't
about to ask that. Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, she hasn't been here to ask that question, bro.
I was having some technical difficulties with my internet because my son downloaded like 30 fucking apps on my laptop to delete them all, and my computer is magically working again. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you figured that out. Do you watch football, Lady?
I do. I watch, here and there. I don't really follow it too much, but I do. I love watching and going to the games and stuff. For question, I feel like it's not going to be the same because there's no fans. There's like nobody, cheering on the players. There's no that's like 50% of the fun, and like it gets the players pumped up, and it makes them like, I feel like they feed off that energy, and it makes them like want to play better, or like perform for the audience. So if there's no audience, it's like, what are they doing? Like, yeah, we can see it on TV, but it's not the same. Like there's no tailgating, there's no
So you enjoy actually going to the game?
Huh?
You actually enjoy going to the games?
Oh, yeah, I love it. I love going to the games. I used to go to the Bucs games all the time in Tampa.
Must have been amazing.
It was.
What I was telling them earlier is that I prefer watching on TV than going to the stadium because you don't really get a chance to enjoy the full game. Because remember, if you're sitting on one side of the field, you only see the shit when the action comes to you. Unless you're watching on the big screen, then you don't get the announcers. You know what I mean? I can't act a fool. I can't throw break shit in my house. When Derek Carr throws a motherfucking incomplete pass to the receiver to 3 yards. I enjoy it more when I'm at home.
So the whole fun But the whole fun of the whole game is when you go to the game, you can meet all the people, talk shit to them if they're wearing like the other team's jerseys, or it's a lot of fun just to meet people and hang out with everybody. And yeah, I mean, I prefer going to the games than watching them on TV, but I watch them on TV anyways.
So, see, I'm an ignorant fan. I like to fight.
My question to this though is, at what point? So how many don't laugh at me, but how many players are on the field? What do we got?
24, 23.
No, actively playing for one team. Actively playing for one team at one time.
53-man roster.
That's not what I'm asking.
On the field playing.
On the field playing.
22.
We got 7. How many you got playing? 12.
11 on offense, 11 on defense.
Okay.
And then you got the kicker.
Okay, so kicker comes in, whatever, right? He don't count. So at what point, he don't count to the end, right? So at what point does it get, like when we got 8 out on the Patriots, right?
Mm-hmm.
At what point are we starting to use our second string and our benchmen? Like at what point? And then,
at that point.
You know what I'm saying?
At that point. Well, if it's 8 starters, then here comes the second string.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But if it's 8 bench players, that's not going to affect the first string. It's going to affect the total amount of roster players they have, though.
Right.
Yeah, and the depth.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, at what point, like, they still have time. They still have to August 24th to put these opt-ins in. And then at any time during the season, they can opt out. So it's not going to be the same. Like, at the end of the day, it's not going to be the same.
You're right about that. But here's the problem with that is a lot of people are not going to be able to opt out because they're financially not going to be able to allow themselves to be able to opt out.
So hold on. Listen, if you are high risk, you're getting $350K.
Yeah.
If you're not high risk, you're getting $150K. I'm sorry. You can kind of live off of that for a season.
Not football players.
You're telling me they don't got investments and money put away and they don't.
That's why they have a rookie. They have a rookie important because that's when the rookies come in, they teach them because they don't know how to manage their money because you're going from being poor to instantly rich. So then you also have to pay back all a lot of people buy houses without any cash. So what happens is they know you're going to get that check, so they'll help you sign on the paperwork. So when you get your check, that you're paying whatever they're giving you up front. Then a lot of people end up being in debt before they even get that first check. It's crazy how football works because they get game checks. They don't get the money up front, and the money is not always guaranteed.
I'm going to need these players to come and watch our money podcast coming up soon.
No, because what happens in the league is, like in the NBA, you get yearly contracts. Most NFL players get game checks. You know what I mean? So you got to go out there and perform.
I don't know. It's not going to be the same.
No, not at all.
Yeah. It's going to be like replacement players. You ever see the movie?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be similar to that.
But hey, you never know. Somebody may become a rising star out of that, right? Because they never got that opportunity.
We'll make a movie out of them.
Yeah, that is facts. But here's the problem with this is what I haven't heard their plans for. What are they going to do to protect the rest of the people that have not opted out against the COVID? Because you would think that all the team wouldn't be together. They would separate. They would put them in different locations so they wouldn't have contact. So if one might get sick, the whole team is getting affected.
Right.
Because baseball is experiencing that shit the hard way right now.
Yeah.
Baseball's good. They're gonna cut that out soon, I bet.
Yeah, because what was it? The what do you call it? Jacksonville? What do you call them shits?
The Marlins.
The Marlins, like 8, 9 players. 19 players was it? 19 players were affected by I think it was either 9 or 19. I'm not sure that number. Don't hold me to it. But it was a lot. It was like most of the roster. I think it was 19. But in baseball, what their only protection was for them to have 30 people in one camp and 30 people in a whole different area. So then they won't affect everyone. That's how they got through to it.
So what the NBA did, though, not to cut you off, Black, they put all the players in one area, tested them all, made sure they were all good. Now they all have to stay there until the season's over.
Yeah, but that's what baseball shit. I mean, it's hard to do in baseball because you can't, like, everybody didn't want to go to Arizona and everybody didn't want to go to like certain places to stay. But they needed something better than what they did because now was it St. Louis has like 13 people that are affected. It's going to continue to happen, and there's only a 50-game season.
Realistically, it's going to be harder with the NFL though because of the amount of players. You're talking 53-man roster. Yeah. That's 6 NBA teams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But somebody that's working for UPS will come about. So we're gonna move on to the next topic. Everybody had a chance to answer. Clip, you answered. TJ, you answered, right?
Yep.
All right. I know you're the Raiders fan. I had to make sure you get that in.
Absolutely. Go Raiders.
So we're gonna move on to the next topic, guys. Next topic is going to be. I'm an internet problem too. Has social media killed real news outlets? And I'm going to start with right now because Lady E, you've been going for a while. While your internet's still here, I'm going to let you lead off with this before you disappear. Are you having a storm right now? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, there's a lot of bad storms going around here.
Okay. So did you hear the question? Because I'm lead off with you there.
Yeah, has social media killed real news outlets?
Yeah. So do you watch the news anymore, or you check your social media?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's still happening. I think it's still happening.
Yeah. Like they are not completely honest with us, and I feel like they hide a lot of like the real stories that people, and social media is
all right. So you're still having a little issue there. I can hear you. You're breaking up there. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna go to this. We have a comment by Big Al. Big Al says it's hard to believe that MLB or NFL will play a full season unless a vaccine is found in time. NBA and NHL are doing it right. I agree with you there. And one quick, yeah, you got more comments too? Go ahead.
No, I said vaccine's not coming.
Oh, yeah.
Vaccine's not coming.
I hear you. So all right, who's next on this one? So Clips.
Has social media killed real news outlets? If you want real news, tune into real news outlets, because a lot of what I see on social media is headline. Like you see a headline and then you react off of it and you just post it without actually reading what the fuck is going on in that headline. Like the headline is supposed to grab you to read. Why aren't y'all reading the fucking headline? Like articles, like read the articles, B. You know what I'm saying? Either read the articles, because that's what a lot of people do, man. They go, oh, word, and then just repost. And they have no idea what the fuck is going on with the situation that they're gravitating to. So it's just, it's a fucking shame, because it's becoming mindless, you know? And I don't think it's, no, you know what? You're absolutely right, because we're turning into idiocracy. We're slowly turning into idiocracy where we don't read news no more. We don't read newspapers. We don't watch the news. We just get a headline and fucking repost. You know what I'm saying? We don't actually do research as to what's going on with certain topics. You know what I mean? And it's terrible, man. I think it's fucking horrible. Like, people really need to study what the hell is going on, as opposed to like a headline. You know, like you pick up the New York Post, you pick up your local newspaper, and you see the headline. And then what do? You just go off of that? Or do you actually read what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to read. Like, it takes a couple of minutes. I get it. I mean, you want to know what's going on around you, you know, click on the link and read whatever's going on and contribute, man. Like, and then cross-reference it, because me personally, I cross-reference everything. You know what I'm saying? I want to see what they're thinking over there. I want to see what this guy's thinking over here. Like, how does it look from the overall perspective? How realistic is this headline? Because sometimes the headlines be bullshit. They're just trigger words to get you to come into a topic and for you to react. And they know how dumb you are too. They know that you're going to repost that shit a million times. So is it killing the real news? Actually, I don't know what real news is nowadays. Everybody seems fake as fuck to me too. So everything is fake, right? Left and right. Everything is fucked up. So what's really real news? Like before, the guys we used to say like, yo, the Wall Street Journal or like the New York Times, these prestigious Life magazine, these prestigious outlets, USA Today, they used to like really do journalism, and now they just do fucking shit posts, it feels like, because they know their audience, you know? They know what's gonna trigger people and get them to repost and come on in. So honestly, it's great marketing on their part because they know how dumb you are. You know what I mean? So at that, I'm gonna pass it on to Clearly Better. How do you feel about that?
Like you said, what's real news? Because ain't none of it real. If it doesn't fit a certain narrative, it doesn't matter. It's either we're doing this right now, and if it doesn't fit the narrative, it's fake. I mean, you can pick apart every single news outlet. Social media is the worst though, because especially Facebook, it's the worst because they have their own narrative. Like, look, last week all them doctors came on. Where's that at? Where's it at? That's down now, right? All them doctors that came on talking about COVID-19 from all over the world. Is that still running on Facebook? Or no? Did anybody else see it?
Oh.
They pulled it. They pulled it.
They pulled it.
Facebook pulled it because it was bullshit. But anyway.
Yeah.
Because it was bullshit?
It was.
Yeah.
So it was fake.
Yes.
Well, what they do, Facebook has they have a crew that works for them that
I know what Facebook do.
No, misleading. It's misleading articles or anything of that nature. So I mean, there could be facts in it, but if there's more misleading and it outweighs the facts, then they'll pull it.
Oh,
yeah.
So when they're talking about like less than 1% death rate, that was misleading.
Yeah.
So they pulled it.
Yeah, because it's more than that.
It's more than that.
Yeah, it's way more than that.
What's the percentages now?
We don't have. Here's the problem. We don't know true percentages because they can't pinpoint when this shit was actually here. Because if you ask people that I have friends that worked in infectious disease in Tampa, they were getting sick and back in October, and they just didn't have a name for it.
But wasn't the CDC hiding it though?
Huh?
Wasn't there somebody hiding it, like the CDC, like they were giving out false things and stuff like that?
The thing about it is, here's the thing. This is how this works, because who travels abroad most is not the poor. This comes in affluent neighborhoods. They travel back and forth. They bring the shit back. Then it gets contact. Like New Rochelle was one of the hardest hit places, and then that's in Westchester, right next to me. And they shut that shit down. The dude was a teacher, and he was a Jewish rabbi or something like that. So not only did he affect the school, he affected his whole congregation. And then it just went viral that way. And then New Rochelle's on the suburbs of Mount Vernon, which is the hood. So then you go to Mount Vernon, people are getting sick there, and then black people. Why they say black people has like one of the higher cases, because we usually live on top of each other. Like, you know, like in the city, there is no space. You live in an apartment building, you're sick, somebody else is sick, the whole building is fucking sick. Then the hood, that's why it was such an inflammation in the city and the hood, or any urban area, not just black, but you know, who lives in there, black and Spanish. So I mean, that's why it carried on the way it is, and that's why the numbers look that way.
And the Bronx got hit the highest as well because they have a very high asthmatic rate.
And then have a condition
in the Bronx. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. So the problem is we can't pinpoint when the first deaths start. So we can't tell you what that actual number is. We can only go by when we pertain to take it serious. So when we took it serious, we can only go from then, and that's why the numbers look the way they do. But believe you me, this shit has been here so much longer than we ever thought. And there's been many people that's asymptomatic that's been walking around infecting, giving people this shit for a while.
Oh yeah, no, because my line of business, a couple of groups that I'm members of and certifications through. They work with the CDC because a lot of the cleaning agents and solutions that we use is known to kill COVID.
Yeah,
COVID. So we're a lot of the
you say COVID. You say COVID in quotations. I'll tell you, I'm a registered nurse, and COVID is real.
Yeah, COVID is real, but COVID ain't as serious as people was making it out to be.
So
that I know for a fact.
So no, it actually is, because the rate of transmission is a lot quicker than you would with the normal flu or the common cold. The other problem is that you have people who don't give a shit about other people and who are selfish and greedy and only think about themselves. So I've seen people cough in their hands and then touch the shopping cart in Walmart and keep it fucking pushing. And then that's how transmission happens.
Tell me what you have to say about the people who have like the elderly people. My sister works with elderly people.
I'm a hospice nurse.
Yeah, my sister works in California at a place.
Yeah.
And I've known people, older people, 70s, 80s, who have gotten it and nothing. But
It's not serious to everybody, but it is serious to people who have comorbidities, who are at a higher risk rate, who have respiratory issues, COPD, CHF, diabetes, things like that. There are old people who are very healthy. And just because they're old doesn't mean they're going to get it. But if you're old and sick and frail and you're at a higher risk and you're in a population, you're in an area where there's more people coming in and out, that's what's going to put you at more risk. And that's why these nursing homes got hit so hard.
They're still closed.
They are still closed. I have to be careful when I go into every nursing home. So if you're at home and you're older and you get it and you don't have all these other ailments, you're more likely going to be able to fight through it, especially if you have a better immune system. So it's not just because you're old. There's other factors that come along with it as well.
What if you're old?
Also, with the older people, with the home care that I take, when I do home care, I have older people where it's the children, the older people, they're telling them stay home, and the children are going doing the shopping. They're going to do everything they need, and they're keeping them at a minimized risk. They're keeping them in a secluded area. So there's other things that are in play here. So you can still get it and be okay. But if respiratory number one off the bat, emphysema, COPD, chronic bronchitis, asthma, pneumonia susceptibility, all of those things are going to put you at a higher risk than just someone who has AFib.
Let me say something real quick. I want to add this real quick because there was a Boston Red Sox player who actually is healthy and had no ailments or anything before or pre-thing, and he got COVID. And now they're finding after he got sick that because he had COVID, whatever happened with him having COVID has now caused the inflammation around his heart. So now he has some scar tissue around there, and he has an issue now that he'll have for the rest of his life for having COVID and not being sick beforehand. So I mean, they're finding here's the problem. There's so many fucking things that we don't know this shit will do to you. It does not do the same to everyone, and that is what's the problem. And my biggest complaint about this shit is not, and I say this to other people, and they kind of they don't really think what I'm saying. But you guys, this is like practice right now for a chemical warfare. And when you guys don't take this shit seriously, so when they start affecting this fucking real virus shit to come around, that's gonna knock people off. Y'all already came to yo, this shit ain't real. So now it's fuck. We're fucked going forward. This shit is man-made, in my belief. Listen, I believe it's man-made. I believe that this shit is somebody create something and put it out there, but I think it's because what they have planned in the future. I believe conspiracy theory, some shit like that. Call me whatever you want. I believe that you guys, this is a dress rehearsal, and you guys are not prepared for dress rehearsal. So you're about when the real shit come around, we all dead.
I subscribe to that conspiracy theory too, Black, because COVID just isn't from fucking Mother Nature.
No.
Not only that, but at the same time, we do have to be on point. We gotta be on point. Die, or do you want to live? You know what I'm saying? Do you know you have a pre-existing condition? No. I haven't taken a physical in years. So
I
this is
do.
why I protect myself first and then my family. Do I think it's mind control? No, because numbers don't lie. Regardless of what left or right is doing, they can all agree that this is a pandemic. Left or right has nothing to do with Italy when Italy was being destroyed and completely shut down and killed every day by this fucking man-made. I'm gonna go out there and say it live on air. Man-made fucking laboratory disease. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. So at the end of the day, man, like I just want to be safe. Fuck, man. It's because I was just around you today, right?
Yeah.
And I saw that you was good. So I'm good. Fuck that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
like
no, I take all
I'm not doing that. At the end of the day, though, you do have to be safe. I think we come from a place where we're in the suburbs, right? We're not in the city, like Black Sid talked about earlier, where it's congested and there's tons of people living on top of each other. Like we have options. We live in such a non-dense area that we can look around and say, hey man, are they full of shit or not? You know what I'm saying?
If
They
you're
put
not at
these
the
restrictions
epicenter.
on. Absolutely, you know? And we're not in the city, bro. We live in the cows and sticks. And so at the same time, we have the luxury of saying, hey, well, if I go into this grocery store with a mask on. Now imagine this motherfucker going into a project building or walking down any block, street, whatever, amongst hundreds of thousands of people with no mask on. They're gonna die. Those numbers are gonna rise.
So what you also have to understand is, I said this on, and I know we kind of deviated from what the actual question was.
Oh yeah, we're off the rails.
But we're way off.
It's really quick.
But really quick, it's not hard to keep yourself safe from COVID. Right? There's simple things that we could put in place that keeps us safe. 70% alcohol or higher kills it. 77 degrees or higher. It's a dead, and I said this before, it is a protein surrounded by a lipid layer. It's dead, it's not alive. And as long as you can destroy that lipid layer around the protein, it's no longer a viable virus, right? And there's things that we can easily do to ensure that we can keep ourselves free of that. The problem is, you and I can do it, but Joe Schmo may not. Joe Schmo may go wipe his ass, get shit on his fingers, and never wash his hands, and then go touch the doorknob that you're about to touch 2 seconds later. I'm just saying, I'm keeping it real. Right? Y'all laughing, but
Joe Schmo's a nasty motherfucker.
Yeah. Joe need to
Joe is disgusting.
This is why we need to protect ourselves, because you can't depend on someone else protecting you. And that's just what the bottom line is. And like Chris was saying, we're fortunate enough to live in a less populated area. I have a friend who's a surgical technician in the Bronx, and as soon as it hit hard in New York City, they pulled him out of the OR and had him being in the vent room with negative pressure. I mean, I've seen people die of COVID with me trying to put interventions in place to keep them comfortable, and it was not a pretty sight to see them grabbing for air, regardless of the amount of interventions that I put in place. So it's real. I think that we have to have an equal balance of safety, but then still living your life, right? Like, you want to be safe, but still live your life. And just be cautious and understand that there are certain things that we can put in place to keep ourselves safe and other people safe, and understand that not everybody is trying to keep us safe because they have a different mindset.
I want to go to TJ, but I want to say something before I say this to you. I feel that even though you gave that great information, I don't think that's 100% accurate with everything, because we don't even know what this fucking shit does. We don't know how, because if that was the case, we could eliminate it if we knew we could do certain things, and we can't even eliminate it because it forms. Once you go in one person's system, don't mean you're coming out the same way you go in one person's system.
Well, yeah. So as a virus, so really quick, and I'll just really give a quick lesson on biology. When a virus mutates, it never replicates identical. It never does it. A bacteria will replicate itself identical, mirror image. But when a virus does not replicate that way. It mutates itself every single time it replicates, and therefore you have to keep fighting a new battle.
But that's what I agree with you. That's what I just said. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. But I'm saying that we have a guidelines that people are told to us, but we don't necessarily know that those are accurate. Is what I'm saying.
They change.
Yeah. So
they change all the time.
Yes,
that's what
every week.
Look.
I agree.
I agree. Put on the spot. It changes every day.
That's why
the guy has no clue what he's talking about.
That's not That's not at all. Not at all. That man is it's not. If you understand
look it up.
Listen, if you understand the way a virus mutates, replicates, and then reinfects, and the chain of transmission, then you'll understand that it's an ever-changing and ever-evolving virus. And that's why every time you think you're 2 steps ahead, you're really not. So it's not that he's uneducated. He's a very intelligent man.
Very educated.
He knows what he's talking about, but you're trying to fight an uphill battle of something. Like, imagine your fingers changing every morning you wake up and you play the guitar, and now you gotta figure out how to fucking play a new guitar. You know?
I hate to interrupt. Those are great points. We gotta get to TJ.
Sorry.
Yo, facts. That's big facts. But
35 minutes.
That was dope, though.
And then we still gotta go to Lady E.
I like that though. That was super dope, man, because we all listen. And I'm real quick, and then we get to TJ, man. This is all about
TJ been hearing this for the last 30 minutes.
This is clock watch, though. This is clock watch, man. Like, if we
ain't nobody been on the clock in weeks.
If we gotta have it, we gotta have it, right? Like, if there's an opportunity to educate any of us, even myself, like, I'm not smart at everything. Like, please do, and I'm receptible to knowledge. Absolutely, I'm receptive to knowledge. Absolutely. Like, if you have a different perspective on how I may feel, I'm not too stubborn to take your information. Now, TJ, what's up, man?
Yeah, TJ, come on in.
Hi, guys. Hey.
We warmed it up for you. Come on, TJ.
No, like. I agree with everybody. We need that 30, however many minutes it was of information that we could all take and use. You know what I mean? That had nothing to do with anything we were talking about. But I'm glad we got there because we need the information. Because if you're uninformed, you can potentially spread the virus, right?
Right.
But we're going to reel it back in to have social media killed news outlets. Let's start at the ground local level because I feel local media is still producing news. You know what I mean? The issue with that is nobody's going out and buying papers anymore. So you go on Lehigh Valley Live or whatever, Morning Call, and you go to look at the links. And after 2 or 3 times you look, they ask you to buy an online subscription because now everything's moving online. And the problem with the big media outlets is you're only getting headlines and blurbs, and people, like Charles said, people aren't reading the blurb or aren't reading the whole article. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think social media and the narratives that Facebook and Twitter and whatever social media you're on, the narratives that they push is for the uninformed and the uneducated. If you really want to know what the news is, you're going to educate yourself. You're going to go to reputable sources and find articles that you're looking for. And like Charles said, you got to cross-reference because everybody's pushing a narrative. You know what I mean? Some may be left, some may be right, some may be right down the middle. You know what I mean? But you need to do the due diligence to find what you're looking for. And it's not always on Facebook. That's my hot take on the question. And I'm going to pass it over to Lady E.
Come on, Lady E. We know you got disconnected last time, so please finish your thought.
I just want to apologize to everybody for that. I had to switch over to my phone, and now it's actually working again. But, so I think that really out of all the new companies or whatever, I think CNN is like the one that has like the most real news, you know, out of like, you know, Fox or whatever other news channels there are. But like if you want to know about the world, I think CNN is a very good outlet for that. I mean, I don't really turn to Facebook for news, but I do believe that there's a lot of stories you know, in the United States and maybe in the world that are not always on the news, like other news outlets. And like with like the shootings and all this stuff that happens, we're not like, they don't show all that stuff on the news. They don't show, you know, everything that, it doesn't spread as fast as like social media would. So as you guys were saying, yes, we need to fact check that, because, you know, there's a lot of fake news out there. So if you're going to take the time and really, you know, if you really, really want to educate yourself, really know what's going on in the world, then you are going to do the steps to take in order to, you know, figure out what it is that is true or not. So I think a lot of people also do not read the whole article. Like,
they don't.
Yeah, no. They read like the headline and maybe like the first couple sentences, and they're like, they start feeling a certain type of way. They're like, oh, hell no, let me share this with everybody. And then, you know, they don't really look into it as deeply. So
go ahead, TJ.
Real fast, how many times have we been on social media sites and somebody would share something and not do their research, and it'd be an article from 2011?
Many times.
You know what I mean? Like,
that's why I check dates. I check dates before I post now.
You have to.
Yeah. Lady, will you finish your thought? Or did I know?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really check the dates on things, and I think maybe I should start doing that, because
yeah, I have to.
Because, well, I don't really watch the news.
Oh, we have to.
Well, no, here's the reason why. Somebody died 17 times, and they'll say, oh my God, he died, and he died in 2011. And that shit kept coming up every year. And people were not checking. They're like, bro, like, he died like 5-10 years ago. Really? Like, oh, did he? I didn't know. Like, and people weren't checking the date.
But it's like, it would be new to me if I didn't check the date and I saw that. I'm like, oh my God.
No, because
Lady E, real fast.
You end up resharing it, and that motherfucker been there like, motherfucker, where you been?
Nigga been dead for like 2 years. Yeah.
Milk expires after 7 days, so please check the dates.
Listen, but I think Lady E made a really good point. I think Lady E made a really good point when she said that a lot of this other, like the local information, like the stuff that, you know, happens, the local killings and the local projects and things like that, and we don't get to see that. Like if it's happening in Chicago, we don't see that in New Jersey. But on social media, you'll get to see that. And that's how the news spreads. But I do think it's important to absolutely fact check. Also, CNN is not the only outlet. And I only say that for our Fox News supporters. I am not a Fox News supporter. But what I do like to do is watch Fox News and watch CNN and kind of meet somewhere in the middle with the information. Right? I'm just saying, because you're gonna get perspectives on the news.
No, you're not.
Listen, they're not running on facts so much anymore. They'll put the facts and then start spinning it towards however they feel, however that local media feels, and which side they gear towards. So you've got to take a little bit from each and kind of put it together and meet in the middle.
I understand what you're saying. Let me interrupt you real quick. Angel says, hello, nurse. Yo, shout out to Angel. Yo, you did a great job. Yo, appreciate you.
Yeah, that's the Boricua General Levert right there. Yeah, that's the Boricua General Levert. Yeah, shout out to you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
So I want to say something real quick about the news. And I feel like the news on like regular news stations, they don't want to give out a bunch of negative stories. Like they want to make you like feel positive too, and like you know there are positive things going on in the world, even though they may not share every single thing that's going on. They try to do like a balance of things. You know, but I feel like a lot of people just shelter us so we don't get so scared and actually know what's going on in the world, because if all Americans and whatever knew exactly every single thing that was going on, we all would be terrified.
Well,
But
I was
great
just
point.
watching Men in Black.
Great point that you're saying there, lady, because we don't know as people how much power we have in controlling this government that we allow, that we say that controls us. We have more, and when we all have the same mind, like, and come together as people and stop being divided over race, color, creed, and politics, they can't hold us down. There's a certain amount of member of people against the people. They will lose all the time. We have more power than we're even led to believe that we have, and we can vote their ass out. Not even vote. We can actually write laws in the middle of their term to get them fucking out of office. But we don't know this shit because nobody does the research to do this shit. We have more power than we have. But let me read Eddie real quick. He says they're not talking about Hillary going to court. Yeah, I appreciate that. No, they're not. They're talking about Epstein shit. Most of the times. Let's see here. Yo, cover your head. The lower half of y'all. Angel got something to say. News outlets are killing news, period. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, news outlets are killing news, period. The social media gets its news from the news media. Either way, the news used to be non-biased, fact-based truth teller. Now news media has an agenda on all sides, and this makes the news so gray. Gotta watch real footage and make the news on your own. Make your own mind up about what happened. Now, and that's, he's talking from actual facts right there. Honestly, Black, just to touch upon your last station, your last comment, if I can, I think a lot of people in 2020 have become aware. They don't want to be the idiots posting dumb shit on social media anymore. You know what I'm saying? And you know your man got murdered from police brutality like 5 years ago, right? So, and somebody on social media done corrected your punctuation and everything else. So, like, we're on it now, and I think that a third party needs to be introduced, the no bullshit party.
Right.
And it will be, man.
I hear you on that. We have another comment from Eddie. So, what happened to Trump postponing stimulus checks because he wanted to have his name on the check?
Just hit an executive order this weekend.
Yeah, but the thing about it is not. Hold up, that's not even legitimate because we don't even know if he has the power to do that yet, which is crazy. Because I want to read something to you. I just got an email from the New Yorker. We understand there has been confusion following the presidential announcements on Saturday about additional unemployment benefits. While open questions about the announcement are resolved, please continue to certify everyone. I can't even read now. I'm fucking drunk. Please continue to certify for those who are certifying unemployment. So basically, they're telling you that everything he said to you is not even law yet. So don't get your hopes up because it's not until the rest of the House puts it in order, signs it into order, making it a law or a whatever.
It's got to pass through House, which it did already, and then it's got to pass through Senate. But Sean, we're going to fight. I ain't even talked to you about that earlier today. I ain't even talking about the stimulus checks. You don't put some bullshit on his wall last week, and I was like, yo, what the fuck?
No, I put what was on news.
No, he's talking about what I put. We're talking about something else. I ain't get the first one. We'll talk.
Hold on. I'll put you in touch with my people. Jack, are you listening? We got you. So also, I want to say this. I don't watch. My favorite news channel is BBC. I don't trust any news. Every news channel in the United States, I don't really trust them. I'd rather listen to someone outside of it telling us about us because they have a different perspective on us because they have nothing to gain by bullshitting us. Our news does.
London channel. Yeah, my wife's cousin's wife works for them.
BBC.
Yeah.
Good network.
She's a news reporter. Yeah.
There's also some online. There are some legitimate online news channel outlets. I can't think of the names right now. But they are real news reporters, and they actually report news all over the world. And I trust all over the world versus in my little area. Little fish in the pond. So we have it. The whole America is full of conspiracies now. And it looks like you're one of them, Eddie. And let's see here. I'm talking about the first round of checks, not the second round.
It was talked on the news. It was talked about on the news.
Yeah.
So, with that, we're gonna move on to our next subject. Everybody talked about this one. Our next subject is going to be.
Did they?
Brother.
Does being on your phone or and other devices cause parenting problems? Who's that going to?
We're gonna go with TJ since he got so much to say.
Yeah.
How do I have so much to say?
You got a lot to say, B. I want to say something about you right now, but we gotta get into this topic.
No, go ahead. I insist. You over there styling. Shit.
All right.
Say what you feel.
We know where you were at this weekend. Did you guys talk about this topic over there?
TJ. Do you find like being on your phone and devices? Are you on the phone or devices while you're taking care of the kids?
Well, I only have one now. Well, I have two, but one that lives directly with me. And when I'm with him, the phone's not involved. We're working out. We're working on basketball. We're doing, like, for lack of better terms, man shit. You know what I mean? So if I'm working with that on the basketball court with him, I'm not on my phone. You know what I mean?
Okay. So you don't find it doesn't become a distraction. You're not always checking it or trying to get to your Facebook or your news sweep or your stories online.
No, I'm too old and slow to try to play basketball and check my phone and multitask like that.
So you don't give them a drill and be like, all right, yeah, just do that like 100 times.
Nah, I leave my phone inside, bro. Because no, for real, the phone will be a distraction. Like if it's in your pocket, you're gonna want to check it.
That's what I'm talking about. That's the true thing.
Yeah, I'll leave it inside. But to answer Charles's previous statement, when we was at the rally this weekend, we didn't discuss it.
So you mean to tell me that clan members don't own cell phones or parental or other devices? You mean to tell me they all out here moving like that's what we doing? Like,
we don't want to invite more members to the group like that. So I'm gonna get you off the I'm gonna kick you off the hook, Spitter. I'm gonna get you off the hook. You're clearly better. Do you find that using your phone? Do you use your phone when you're with your kids a lot?
I'm guilty, man, because not just social media. Listen, I gotta answer emails for my business. Maybe I got advertising campaigns out there. So the phone in general is a problem. And I've relinquished a lot of that to other people in my circle to help me out, but the phone is a problem. But I don't think as far as this topic, man, I think it should be more than parenting. What about relationships?
Yeah, let's get to it.
Phones be a problem in the relationship, especially social media. So parenting, yes, like I can see it. But I think I would have put relationships, not parenting.
I agree with you on that, Clear Better. I didn't choose the topic, but I agree with you.
Shout out to everybody who just
social media is a relationship killer.
You see all my members tuned in, Charles? We here.
Yeah. All the clan. The whole clan stood up.
I just came out as soon as he said it, right?
Hold on. Hold up. Big shout out to Oxford.
Yo.
That's an inside joke, Lady Eva.
Yeah, let's go.
Keep doing your thing.
Let's go.
Can we clarify real quick before this? Before this shit, grab some.
I'll let you clarify as a minute. I got one more shout out to give out. Tulsa, Oklahoma, shout out.
Listen, like I told you, me and Spitter used to be neighbors. Listen, my mother lived next to him for God knows how many years. I knew him before that, but he used to come through. And real talk, that's a good dude. But they used to be having meetings over there.
Used to be all sorts of mutants over there.
What's in that closet?
I don't know what was going on over there, but I ain't the one to gossip, so you ain't heard it from me.
We know that. We know that, right?
Let's go.
I guess we're not gonna be able to clear this one up there.
Yeah. We spitting with Spitter tonight. Check his new show out on Wednesday.
Real fast, let me paint the context for everybody. It was brought to my attention that I'm racist in our Clockwatch group. And for those that know me, I would assume that I'm the farthest thing from racist. But if it looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, and wears a white hood like a duck, so be it, man.
That's some new shit. I didn't know ducks wore white hood. Thank you, though. Thanks for putting me on. You might say, thanks for saving a life. Thanks for saving a life. But Lady E, so does being on your phone or other devices cause parenting problems?
Yeah.
Be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. Only because I do work from my phone too. And, Clockwatch we're a busy group. We do a lot of stuff. Damn, why do you gotta fuck me up with that? Like,
Chris, we need you to be an adult, all right?
But anyways, we do a lot of behind the scenes Clockwatch, our group that we do. It's a lot of social media stuff that we have to do. So yes, I am on social media a lot, way more than I was before. And I could definitely tell, like, my kids have, been a little affected by it. They'll tell me, oh, you're just playing around on social media, like you're not working, or you're not doing this or that, or you don't listen to me when I talk, or you don't do this with me. And I hear like all the guilt trip from them. But I'm not just on Facebook all the time, or I'm not just on social media all the time. Like I have other work, like I have like 3 other jobs, and I have to, communicate with my bosses, like emails, and I'm like applying for other jobs and all this stuff. So it's like I'm working, and like I don't think my kids are pretty young. They're 13 and 7, so they don't really understand like, why are you always on your phone? You're always on your phone. Like you don't look at me, you don't talk to me. But when it does come time for like, family time, when no phones are allowed, we play games together, I just had like a girls' day with my daughter, no phones out, except taking pictures, but like so my kids, it's crazy that my 7-year-old understands better than my 13-year-old, which is weird, but
You used to be ignored by your phone.
Shut up. Look, I don't ignore them, okay? If they start tattletaling, I'm gonna ignore them. And that's what they say. You don't listen. You don't listen when I talk. I don't want to hear that shit. Go figure that shit out. There's a difference between, communicating with your children and talking to them and having like a deep conversation and teaching them. And when my kids come to me, or there's like a teaching moment involved, like my phone is not in my hand at all. Like we cook dinner together. My phone is not in my hands when we cook dinner. I am focused when I cook. Trust that. But they're kind of getting it, but I feel like, yes, it's definitely a problem. But also, they have phones, they have tablets, they're on their phones too. And I'm like, look, I don't try to climb all over you when you're on your tablet playing games. Do you see me like interrupting you every 2 seconds to tell you, I got a popsicle or whatever? No. I'm teaching them respect, but also like if you're gonna interrupt something that I'm doing on my phone, have patience. Ask me like, hey, talk to you for a minute or whatever, and I'll say sure, and I'll put my phone down. But no, they just come to me and like, da, 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 and I'm like, no, patience, and ask me that you want my attention. You know, there's a certain specific respect rule that I have with them, so they're getting it. But
that sounds all cool and shit. That sounds like great. I'm gonna answer when I get to my turn. I'll talk about my situation. Chrissy.
But listen, Black. So me and you and Chrissy, I guess, are the only ones here who are single parents. So it's very different for single parents than it is for a married couple. Because
you're right.
You have two different parents in the house, and
thanks for making me feel better, though.
I understand. I understand the struggle. So don't come at me. You better.
Oh no, I was not coming at you. I'm about to be worse than you. But I'm gonna go to Chrissy first. I'll speak first.
So real quick, I do want to give a shout out to Angel. He has been amazing support to Clockwatch, also to Power P. So I do want to kind of give him a little plug real quick right now. I hope you're still watching, Angel.
He got a new nickname. It's Acquisition Angel.
There you go. He's got his album dropping 11/11/2020. So I'm gonna be posting some of his information on my Facebook page, so you can take a look at that.
He's an R&B singer. He sings slow jams.
He's not Angel alone, all right? I got you. He's got some stuff that I'm gonna post on my page so you guys can take a look at. But he's been a big support, so I appreciate that. But to the question, my kids, even with being a single mom, I have 2 adult children that are out of the home. So I mean, social media wasn't that big when they were younger. But as far as my 13, he's so involved in his computers and the stuff that he does and the work that he does that I think I interrupt him more on his computer than he does interrupt me, or it causes him. I have to get him away. I have to say to him, you're not going to go on the computer today. We're going to go ahead and play board games. We're going to watch a movie together. I don't give it, like, I force him to do those things with me, because if I didn't, he would just sit there. So it's not so much me being on social media or on my phone, which I am a lot with everything going on with the podcast plus work and everything else, but it's him. It's actually him that doesn't pay any of the attention to me. But I also think it's geared towards however your child is. What type of, I have an introvert. So, you know, if you have an extrovert child who likes to be out and socialize and stuff like that, I think I can see more of the problem. If you're not paying attention to them, if you're not focusing on what they're doing. And then some kids feel neglected or unheard when their parent is always in the phone, or they're trying to talk to you like, and they know you're not paying any attention to them. So they go out and do some wild shit like drugs just to get your attention.
Yeah. I mean, that's a huge issue too.
Yeah, and you missed it the whole time you were on your phone because you didn't see the signs. So I do think it is a big problem, but I also think that it's also a problem for the child, vice versa. So that's just my take on it. So I'm gonna send it over to Clips.
Yo, I feel like you're absolutely right on that, but what we're missing here is the dynamic of the information age. You know what I'm saying? It's the get it now age, and a lot of our kids are on their tablets because that's what they see us do. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to go outside from the woods. Like my daughter teaching how to ride a bike was hell. You know what I mean? Right. That was hell. First of all, I was taking her from her most favorite thing she wanted to do on her birthday, which was nothing. You know what I mean? She just wanted to be on YouTube or on Roblox and chop it up with her cousin Marky, and that's what she wanted to do. And I'm like, nah, fuck that. We're going to teach you how to ride a bike. You're 8 years old. You should know, you know? And I got to it and I did it. And that was fulfillment for me. In the long run, it's going to be fulfillment for her. And we have to force these kind of situations on our kids. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want to do it. And at the same time, like even us now, it's horrible because I was a family man doing family things. But with Clockwatch, y'all done got me in this shit all over again. So now I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what to do with my daughter. And it's all y'all fault. It's y'all fault. You know what I'm saying? I'm blaming this on you. Because y'all know when I get to some shit, I'm super committed, right? I'm just fucking on it. Like, all right, what we need today, what we got to do today, what I'm going to harass the team about today. And I'm on my fucking phone and I'm not paying attention to my kids. And that's, you know what I mean? That's a problem. That's definitely a problem. So, what's up, Chrissy?
I was going to say, I actually yesterday started putting DND on. Do not disturb. I actually started putting it on as of yesterday. And I'll get to it when I have a minute, but I need that moment of...
Fuck that. I'm about to create a new chat. I'm going to be all up in that shit. I'm going to put like 15
No, everybody's DND. Everybody, unless you're my mama or my children. Everybody's on DND. Sorry.
Nah, yo, listen. Y'all was acting, and I'm gonna be real. Y'all get crazy. Y'all was bugging out this morning. I don't care, Christy. I'm talking about personal things on air.
Who?
Because it refers to the topic we're talking about right now. Hey, yo, who is up at 6:30 in the morning on a Sunday? Y'all bugging. Y'all bugging out.
Yo, no, I was up from the night before though because of my work schedule.
Listen.
I have to work early in the morning, so I was up.
Yo, Clockwatch, to all our viewers out there watching us right now, listen. This, what you see before you right now, is the Illuminati, right? We have our own group chat. Yo, check this out. Why is my phone... I told y'all about my day earlier yesterday, right? I know I gotta wake up and do crazy shit today. Why is my phone bugging out at 6:30 in the fucking morning? And it's them. They're not even talking about the show. They're talking about other shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is wrong with them? I'm like, what's wrong with them? I muted them for 24 hours. Like, no. Then
he called me with his face.
Listen, we are united as one family. So if you want to hear from us,
y'all bugging. You got hours.
We're off our shit.
Y'all bugging.
We're gonna talk our shit.
Yo,
oh my God.
Well, who started it off? I think TJ started it off. Because it wasn't me.
Because TJ, you wake up all the time to like what, 160?
150 at a clip. Clips at a clip. I wake up to 150 messages talking about, oh, you ain't see the message beat? No, I was asleep.
That's right.
That was 742 messages ago.
But then Clips is complaining about a couple messages at in the morning.
No, I'm complaining about the time. I was bugging.
Hold on. No. Hold on. Let me speak on this. Because this been a couple nights ago when y'all had a mad fucking text. And I heard black. Oh, what about black this? And then I'm looking up and yo, what the fuck time is this shit? And y'all niggas is already going in.
Yo, scroll up, B. That's how I get.
Now it's scroll up.
Scroll up. That's how I get, right? Don't ask. Just scroll up. But yo, check this out. 6:30 in the morning, man. Hey, but all right, let me get into it. Y'all battling. Y'all definitely selling. Y'all gotta relax.
Yo, at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna make sure I start hitting them group message.
It's Sunday, y'all. Y'all styling. But
y'all catch a good morning from me at 4 a.m. tomorrow. I promise you that.
Please, TJ, I swear to God.
I'll still be up anyway.
I know. Me and Black be talking late night. I hear all about sponsorships and things of that nature.
Why don't I just keep talking late night then? Why y'all gotta wake me up? Do y'all
Listen,
you gotta be
everything for everybody.
You gotta be in the know. You gotta be in the know.
I put
I do it to Alan too. That's why Alan just said preach clips, because it'd be 3:00 in the morning. I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
what's
they
up?
bugging out. They bugging out, Al. They bugging out.
I need to give y'all. I gotta give y'all the
No.
fresh on time.
Hey, but check this out.
That's why I put my phone on silent. That's exactly why I put my phone on silent when I'm sleeping, so that I wake up to like 100 and something messages from y'all.
All I know is my feelings are hurt since Charles wants to put us on a 24-hour timeout.
Nick,
Devastated.
time out, T-Mark. Time out. T-Mark. Time out. Y'all Allen, it's Sunday. It's fucking Sunday. I know what I had to go through, yo. I was working nonstop. I was working more than I do at my job. And then I gotta wake up to y'all at 6:30. Yo, y'all tripping.
So the answer to your question is that hold up. So that means that your parenting skills are not affected by your phone then. So you put your phone in there, huh?
Oh, what? No, I answered that question.
Yeah, I'm saying. So if you putting your phone away, then those messages ain't bothering you at 6:30 in the morning.
No.
Exactly. Put your phone on silent.
Sleep.
Just
I'm
put it
trying
on
to
silent.
sleep.
You know you want to
And I have to be on point. So of course, if the phone is going crazy at like 5, 6 in the morning, because y'all leave me with all of the evil decisions to make in the group. I have to make all of the evil decisions and be like,
okay, so guess what? You just figured out how to get us to stop talking on the chat, right? You throw out a decision that we gotta make and nobody answers. Everybody everybody leaves the chat.
No, thank you.
I did that shit today. Charles, you was like, is anybody gonna post polls? I was like, this is a perfect time to go to sleep.
Right?
Hold up.
Yeah, that's not funny.
So they're aware. Hold up.
I was out.
So they're aware. that.
Yo, that's not funny. So you
We
just
talking about this earlier.
So you just want Dubby then? Right?
No, I was going to sleep anyway. I was like, somebody got this.
Yep.
Anyway,
I was like, I'm at work. I'm at work right now.
I'm gonna bring it back. Because I didn't answer the question. So does being on the phone and devices cause me the parenting problems? And hell yeah, it does, because being that y'all talking about getting the post message and fucking messages and shit like that, I'm trying to build other forms and shit for us. So I'm always on my fucking phone, on my laptop, between my job, between Clockwatch, between 211.7, between whatever I'm fucking doing. I'm always on the phone. And my kids, I gotta tell my kids, they come to daddy, I'm like, yo, kick rocks, little nigga. You know what I mean? I got.
Yeah, you can't tell your kids to kick rock. Hey, yo, you different, yo. You changing, man.
Yo,
you could be for the kids, yo. What's going on with you, man?
My oldest is, I'm done. My oldest is 14. My youngest is 9. Yo, I gave them enough knowledge for life already. They good.
9 ain't ready.
It's good. They done.
You know how many Epsteins is out there? You gotta get them on point, yo.
No, we got that. We got to take. Listen, they know where daddy keep the shotties at, so we good. So
allegedly,
the entanglement.
No.
Did you tell? Are you
gotta get them ready for
entanglement? You gotta teach them about entanglements, though.
There's a hole in your ass. That's what you'll get.
You gotta teach them about entanglements. Shit's crazy in these streets.
Yeah, let's fill it in. Let's fill it in.
Hold on, we talking about sponsorships too. I'll let them know. That makes.
We are on the clock, and Chrissy is on her phone. We're over here, Chrissy.
So anyway, I'm gonna roll that back in. So yeah, so I feel like it's a factor sometimes, especially when I'm at sporting events or I'm at certain things, because I formerly worked for Google, so I was always doing something on the internet. My job was requiring me to be online, so I was always there. And I feel that it distracted me a lot for a lot of parenting things I do, except for when we're on vacation. When we're on vacation, I'm not really on there unless you know, I'm trying to find out where we're going or whatever we're doing like that. But yeah, I've been guilty of it, especially putting Clockwatch together and all the shit we're doing. I've been guilty of being on there extra. My daughter did not know how to ride a bike also for a long time, bro. Until Her brother taught her, so that was good. So he helped out.
I can't with you, Black. I can't.
Black, I am with you on that because my daughter was here for the summer. Like she was so good with my son, and you know, she watched him while I worked. She taught him like all this different stuff, how to like clean and do chores. And I was like, cool, okay. I don't even have to do that. So I'm like,
wow.
It's different when you're
being a single parent is not easy. Okay, if you have an older child that you've already like brought up and taught, why can't they teach the younger child? I mean,
listen, my oldest is 26, about to be 27, and my youngest is 13. So she's almost like mom to him. Like, it definitely, you know, is a whole different dynamic. Absolutely.
I mean, I get that. And I use my 14-year-old daughter, you know, I mean, Lord forbid when my 24-year-old comes over for the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got him on all sorts of shit. Like, yo, I need you to do that. I'm getting everything taken care of when he's around. Like, I get that. But, son, there is a fulfillment that comes from you directly teaching your kids certain things in life.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I do.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but also it's like
I get what y'all mean, and I'm not fooling y'all for that. But there is totally.
Listen. We're not saying that denying that. We're saying that we asked the question was, does the phone get in the way sometimes? It does get in the way. We're not saying that. Oh, I forgot. Oh, damn, I missed your birthday or some shit like that. It's
yeah. I mean, but at the same time, Black, he was very dismissive with it. Like, yo, her brother told her that, so all right, it's all good. Like,
yes, because I wasn't.
I don't know. That's not good for me, though. You know what I mean?
But a lot of kids don't want to learn from their parents. They want to learn from their older siblings too. So
they have more patience.
I learned a lot. Yo, listen, I came up from Erica. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I came up though, to your point, with a single parent mom. You know what I'm saying? So everything I've learned was from being around my two older brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if that was necessarily the right things to learn. At the same time, me getting a chance to do it different, I get fulfillment out of teaching them certain things. That's all I'm saying. I get exactly what you're saying because I live it.
I understand that, but the way that you grew up is why you are the way you are with your kids. And that may be a better way. So everything happens for a reason. Like, I was brought up with a single mother too, and my mom had 3 kids. So I took care of my brother or my younger sister a lot. My brother was older or whatever. But, you know,
damn, Chrissy.
We hung out a lot. We like by ourselves. Like my mom was not around. She worked a lot. So it was us. So I learned a lot about, you know, being a single mother and like what it entails to do. But also it's like that it also taught me how I want to be with my kids, whether I want to be there, you know, more than what my mom was there for me. So it turned into a positive, and it turned into a positive for you too, because you want to be better than what you grew up with. So it all works out.
And for me, you know, with my youngest being a boy, and then my middle one being, although he's not the best role model, but there are certain things that only a man can teach a boy, and that a woman cannot teach a boy. I couldn't teach my son how to stand up and pee. I shouldn't be teaching my.
Jackie not feeling y'all right now.
I did.
She's triggered. She's triggered. She's definitely triggered.
But
I'm just saying there are some things that I definitely feel a man should teach a boy.
Right.
And that I used to tell my son's father all the time.
No,
I know how to teach. No, it's not. I know how to teach my son how to be a Hispanic female. I don't know how to teach him how to be a black man. I don't.
Yeah. Right.
And that's reality. You know, and there's just certain things that a man can teach a boy and a woman can't. And this is why we got so many bitch ass niggas out there because they raised by. Let me stop.
No.
No time to digress now.
No, you can't do that. Go.
I'm just saying. That's why we got so many dudes out there that are being raised by single mothers. And I'm not saying the ones that have to, listen to me. I'm talking about the moms who have the opportunity to have these fathers in their children's lives, but want to be bitter about it and take the father out, thinking that the mom can be everything for this child. And that is a false narrative. That is fake. That's fake news. These kids, if you can have both parents in their life, absolutely need both parents, because a father teaches a daughter how to be treated by a man, and a father teaches a son how to treat a woman. So
also, if a woman has her, or a girl has her father in her life, it's also the father's responsibility to teach her man shit too, because of these bitch ass have not men out there. Like, I remember teaching my daughter how to hook up jumper cables to a car because a man may not do it. Let's take a poll. How many men know how to change a tire? You know what I mean? Like, let's be clear. Just random shit. You know what I mean?
100 tires. Oh my god.
Yeah. No, how many guys know how to check oil? You know what I mean?
That too.
What?
Right.
I know how to do that.
My daughter took an entire automotive class. My kids know how to. I put up walls, taking down walls, put down floors, built a deck, mow the lawn. I do all that stuff, and I taught my kids all that stuff. So my boys, thankfully enough, have those tools and those skills to go outside of the, like my son was telling me a story about how he went to his friend's mom's house and there was like an F21 error on her dryer. And he was like, oh, I know what it is. You've got something stuck in the vent. Hold on. And went in and pulled everything out and reset her whole dryer. And she was like, how did you know how to do that? He was like, I watched my mom.
So hold on, do you want to retract your statement then? Because you did teach that man how to be a man.
No, but that's not the majority. That's not the majority.
No, it's not the majority.
Yeah, but you taught him how to be a man. I mean, hey.
Well, no, I didn't teach him how to be a man. I just taught him some life skills.
Nah, those are life skills, not gender specific skills.
Yeah, but the life skills are about being a man as well, too. This fits into the stigma.
But he also
Chrissy can't teach her boys to stand up when they pee.
She can. There are now things you can buy online. So that you can have fun when you can stand up and pee.
I shouldn't. Now, what I was saying too is that my son had his father in his life and has his father in his life. So he got to teach him those things and those, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So, but I was just teaching him life skills because as a single mom, as a single woman, there are things that I had to teach myself how to do because nobody else is going to do it for me. Like, I knew to go to my flooded basement and reconnect my sump pump, how to hook it up, check my hot water heater, how to check my heat, I knew how to do all that. But I had to teach myself that. But getting back to my statement that I will not retract is that the majority of these moms who do have the opportunity to have the dad in their lives and elect not to because they want to be bitter and hateful are doing more damage to their children than they are helping them. And I'm not blaming it. It's just a period.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I'm sorry.
I agree with you. Because
I think we all do. We're off the rails again. We're off the rails again.
That's a whole nother podcast. Absolutely.
Erica has a point she's been trying to make.
Right.
But also, some of the moms, not all the moms that keep their child away from the father, They do have very good reasons because maybe they don't feel like their child is safe with the father because he is, you know,
But that's what I'm saying. I'm
not
not saying no.
capable.
I'm saying the ones who have the opportunity.
Okay, well,
have the
that's,
opportunity and
yeah.
choose not to.
Right. I mean, there's a difference. There's like a fine line. Like only the mother knows how the father is, you know, like, and who they hang out with or what they do on a daily basis. So it's like,
the mom doesn't have an opportunity at that point. I'm saying the ones who do and are just bitter and hateful.
right. Yeah, no, that's not okay. But also, like, okay, so I was trying to say before is that I didn't even know how to fill up a tire with air until about 5 years ago. Okay. I got my first car when I was like 17 or 18, I can't remember. And I had no idea you had to change the oil in it every 3 months or whatever. I had no idea. I had a father and a stepfather that was kind of like in my life, but like nobody ever taught me any of that. I had to learn the hard way. I had to learn like, oh, you don't put oil in your tire or oil in your car, your engine is gonna basically fail, which it did on my first car. And I had to learn the hard way on that. I had to do all this shit, or I didn't know that you had to have insurance on your car, or I didn't know like, you know, all this things because I was never taught that. So because of me having to learn the hard way on certain things, I'm going to make sure that my kids know, you know, what they need to know to be a successful adult.
Let me ask you a question. So when you put air in the tire, were you getting down and actually putting your mouth on the nozzle and blowing air into the tire?
Yep. All the way off the rails.
You know what? I'm going to let you just picture that, okay? I'm going to let
I
you
just want to know. I'm just asking. So how do you think you need to put air in that tire? I mean, if someone has video, that's what I thought. I'm saying, if someone has, anybody in the Tampa Bay region, if y'all have video of this, I'm paying top dollar. I gotta see this. Shout out to my people in Tampa, Ybor City. If y'all hear me,
I can hear the friend request coming in.
Hold on, I think that inbox just blew up.
Yeah, I gotta see that. All right, so
already.
Listen, Charles is asleep somewhere in his location, and we're off the rails. Let's reel it in.
We got some time. I want to hop in.
We are 3 out of 3 topics of not staying on topic. We are 100% at this point.
All right, so we're gonna stay on topic. We're moving to the next topic right here. Everybody spoke on the topic. Hooray! Yes. So our topic for tonight: what are some of the pros and cons of sharing joint bank account or a social media?
I'll go
And listen, yeah, we got an hour to spare. Go ahead.
No, I'll be quick. I'll be quick. I promise. Just make it real quick.
I'm only joking with you.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
You're
You're fucking not. So here's my thing. If all you have is solely a joint bank account, there is nothing but cons in that. Absolutely nothing in cons. I feel that the way it should be set up is you have an individual account, your partner, your spouse, not even a boyfriend or girlfriend, your spouse has a separate account, and then you have one joint account. And what you guys do is mutually put the amount of money that you've agreed upon into the joint account, and that's where the bills come out of. Okay, so that everything is equally divided. If you only have a joint account and somebody is planning to leave your ass and you don't know about it, you're about to go to the bank with zero balance. Okay?
Yeah.
So you have every right to take every penny out of that damn account. So no, there is no pros in it. It's only cons. And I think that's exactly the way it should be. You have 2 individual accounts, one for you, one for him. Then you have that joint account where you both mutually put the same amount of money in, and that's how it goes. Now, listen, they can. I know that you can go to court after all that shit, but guess what? Right then and there, your money's gone. Right then and there, your money's gone. You can get it back later, but who's paying the mortgage right then and there? All right. So I know it's illegal to do it, but they still do it, and then they go bye-bye, and you know what I'm saying? You're still asked out at that moment.
So
Social media account. Oh, I was gonna go with the social media account. Social media account. That is dumb as fucking shit. I don't know who the fuck shares a social media account.
Hold up.
Cheaters.
A little bit. Your head is cut off a little bit, baby. Raise your camera a little bit. Even though we love your gifts and everything. There you go. No, I want to be able to see you. Yeah, go ahead. Now go on and go. Continue your rampage, baby. Go ahead.
Social media account, dumbest shit in the world. Like, I mean, you guys are two individual people with different sets of friends. Not everybody's the same. You know, you've had friends from your past before you were involved in this relationship. Why can't you be your own individual person? You should have enough trust in the relationship that you don't need to share a social account. And that, I mean, that's about it. I got nothing else. There's no pros on that either. It's all cons.
All right. I hear you, and we're duly noted. I'm gonna go right to TJ with that.
Okay.
TJ, you're
Be quick. That wasn't an hour.
Yeah. TJ, how do you feel about that?
I agree with Chrissy as far as the bank accounts. Like, I can only speak for personally. Me and my wife each have our own separate accounts, and we have a joint account. She's the sugar mama, so she puts all kinds of extra money. No, let me stop. We agree upon numbers to put into the joint account to cover all the bills, all the expenses, anything else that may pop up. And then we have our own accounts, you know, for whatever else that she may need personally, whatever else I may need personally. And we talk about that too. Like, everything is talked about in our relationship. You know what I mean? And as far as social media accounts, y'all look fucking goofy sharing an account. We know y'all that one of y'all did something. Which one of y'all was it? I need answers, Sway.
Yeah.
One of y'all did something.
Yeah.
I mean, and if I'm being honest, I only got my Facebook, and I said this before, I only got my Facebook password back a decade ago. I ain't always have the rights to my own password, but then again, I was out there loose in the field. I wasn't cheating. I was just in love with some attention. You know what I mean? And going about it the wrong way. That's a whole nother podcast, though. But if y'all sharing, like Chrissy said, if y'all sharing accounts, you look goofy as shit. I'm just saying. It doesn't make sense to me, because it's like y'all don't have exclusively the same friends. Y'all don't have exclusively the same thoughts and ideas. Are y'all posting it? Are y'all running by each other? Hey, I'm going to post this. Is this okay to post on our joint Facebook page? Do you mind if I like this? Is it okay if I coke this person? Would you be offended? Are you kidding me? You are fucking goofy. But I digress.
I'm gonna go to clearly better after this, but what I want to say is, imagine that being friends, because and then your chick's on there and she get a dick pic and you open up and see that shit.
Unsolicited schmeat pics.
Be traumatized. Yo, what the fuck? Like,
honey, I opened the Facebook account and look what I found.
Like, you know how many arguments would go on for months because of that? Like,
can somebody please explain this picture that I found?
bitch, you fucking him.
Exactly.
yes. And it would go on. It would go on and on and on for the rest of the
You know, guys have no end, because if some chick sent her some shit and the motherfucking and the pictures to the motherfucking Facebook, oh, it'd be a wrap for your ass, B. Like, couldn't get out of town fast enough. But I'm gonna go to you clearly better. What do you think about sharing? What else? Sharing bank accounts and sharing the Facebook, about sharing social media.
I'm with Chrissy and Spitter, man. Especially when it comes to the bank account, like the separate account. Each have separate account and then a joint account for like bills at the end or vacations or whatever. Like, cool to just do automatically joint, and then you're throwing paychecks in or whatnot. And she's so, like Christy said, listen, you just asking for trouble, because when whoever it is ready to go, you know, colors change on like a million quick, and that bank account most likely is getting emptied. I don't care who they are or what the track record is. If they on that bank account, if you did them harm or whatever had happened, that shit's getting drained. So I totally agree with Chrissy and TJ on that. And that Facebook thing, I agree with TJ too. Somebody did something. And I want to know. I want answers. Who did something? I want to know, because think about it. And like and Chrissy pointed it out too, and I'm sure everybody else will once they give their opinion. How are you gonna like something on me? Like, say me and Chrissy got a joint Facebook account. How are you gonna like that? I might not even support that. We definitely don't have the same friends. And so it's either somebody had cheated and did something, or that's just some straight control shit.
Yeah.
That's control. Listen, baby, nothing even happened. But that's some straight, like, that's controlling. So there's not a pro in any of it unless there's unless nothing, because there ain't no pick that I'm gonna want that's coming from my significant other. What's it like you said, dick pic? You gonna slide that shit in my damn boat? I don't. There's no pro to that. There's no pro to that. So it's all cons. I'm with Spitter and Chrissy on that. I'm gonna pass it to Lady E.
That's like wearing matching Adidas tracksuits.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Why you hating, Chrissy? That's dope.
I got
Go ahead.
I got an Adidas tracksuit.
All right. So, sharing a joint bank account. So when I was 18, I didn't know any better. I got with an older guy. We did have a joint bank account. I wasn't working. I was a stay-at-home mom. So I did not have, a job or anything. So yeah, we had a joint bank account. I used
Clarification. You were with this dude, like family? All right.
No, so we were engaged. I was with.
Oh, okay. That's how it comes.
We were engaged. We were together. He told me I didn't have to work. I could be a stay-at-home mother. I was like, all right. I tried it. I tried it for a little bit, and then I was like, no, this isn't gonna work. I don't like staying at home. I like working. So I got a job. We had a joint bank account. Obviously, like, he made a lot more money than I did because I just had like this little whatever job just to keep busy. But he ended up cheating on me. He took all of the money that, he took me off of his bank account. I had absolutely zero money. I had a newborn child, and I ended up having to work 3 jobs to try to even buy food or diapers or whatever for my child. So I don't think, I made a decision in that moment that I would never, ever, ever have a joint bank account with anybody ever again.
Damn.
And
That's fucked up.
I got married. I was married for about 6 years or whatever. And even in my marriage, I told him from the very beginning, like, I'm not going to have a joint bank account with you. I'm not going to share my bank information with you. And if you have a problem with that, then whatever, like, this is my choice. And he shared his bank account information with me. So I was able to use like his information and his stuff, but he could never see mine or use my stuff. So because I just refused, and I didn't trust. I mean, maybe it's like a trust thing for me. Like, I wasn't comfortable enough in the situation, or just because of like my history or like the things that have happened to me before, and I didn't want to take that risk again because I had two kids in my marriage this time, and I was not going to be stranded like I was before. I learned my lesson, and maybe it takes that hard lesson to learn to like get you focused again on what you need to do in your life. But the pros, like, TJ was saying how you guys have your separate accounts and then a joint account. I think that would work. as long as both people have their separate accounts. Like, you have to have your own identity, and you have to have your own money, and you're gonna be stable just in case. Like, you have no idea what's gonna happen in the future, so you always have to be prepared for whatever may happen. So I think that would be a very, very good, as long as both people agree on the amount of money that you put into the joint account. That's great. About social media, I know a few people who have joint social media accounts, and I feel like it's
Who did what? Who did what?
I don't know who did what, but I feel like the woman. Okay, the two people that I know that have joint accounts, both women are very controlling. I'm sure that they are both very, very insecure with their men. They don't trust them, and it's like, there's no trust. Why are you with this person in the beginning?
Talk to him.
Like,
Talk to him.
If you cannot trust the person that you're with, like, what kind of relationship do you have? Like, you have to reevaluate that whole situation, because I mean, you don't even have to do anything. Like, the woman could just be like, no, this ain't happening. I've been burned before in the past. Like, this is not gonna happen. Just like I was with my bank account. I was burned in the past. This shit ain't happening. So it's probably the same shit,
But if the guy chooses to stay and stick around, or the chick chooses to stay and stick around, that's their choice.
Exactly. It's their choice. I mean,
it's their choice to catch fucking.
Everybody should have their own identities and their own friends. And I mean, if you want to have your own social media accounts and then have a joint social media account just for like family,
or what?
Like, for family, maybe it's for family, but you also have like your separate account too.
A bar mitzvahs.
If you're my family, then you know my man, and you're probably friends with my man too.
That's true. That's true.
Whoa, I got it. Go ahead and drop it. Everybody was like, clearly.
Like, what the hell? Like, there ain't
no. You finished, lady?
Yeah, I was just saying that maybe, if they were to have a joint account, I don't agree with it, but I'm saying maybe a possibility of them having a joint social media account would only be for family, both of their family. But they should also have like a separate one just for them, their friends, their family, whatever. But everybody deserves to have their own space and their own personal life. And that's just crazy. That's crazy to me. Crazy. But yeah, that's it.
All right. Economics major. So what do you believe in? Do you believe it's cool to have a joint account, or do you need separate accounts? Like, give me your philosophy of the situation.
Nah, I mean, it's cool to have a joint account as long as your budget is your budget. You know what you need to survive throughout the week. Like, you don't even necessarily need to have a separate account in order to make that work. Like, as long as your spouse or girl or whatever knows that you need this amount per paycheck or whatever, and you guys have your bills set out to where this is going to go towards bills, and you're building credit, and you're getting the credit cards in the mail, and your shit is looking right. And as long as you're together and you're making shit happen, I'm all for it. I got the joint account with my wife. Like, I ain't be this whatever. This shit works great. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a great joint account, and as long as yours is yours and hers is hers, his. Real talk.
So you're saying a joint account, but also individual accounts?
You can do that, or if you trust your spouse, that's the whole thing of this discussion, right? Is the trust issue. Because a lot of us,
husband. I trusted my husband.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, Chrissy. A lot of us has dealt with. We got trust issues on this panel. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
There's
us
a lot of trust
a lot of
issues.
us has dealt with some people that weren't deserving of your trust. You know what I'm saying? And you guys have gotten burnt. I've listened to the stories here the whole time. And I'm not saying you're wrong for feeling the way you did, but you know, a little perspective, like if the person, everybody's not like that. You know what I'm saying? And if the person that you're dealing with is official and keeps it 100, then I'm not against just having. I've seen them work both ways. You know what I'm saying?
And I get it, and I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I'm just saying that economically, it's a little bit smarter to have your own
Right. I can definitely dig that. Like you're talking, don't jump into it 2 feet. Don't dip your toes in the water.
Because I'm sure you had your own account before you got married. So what do you go and do? Close that account and only keep your joint account? Like most people who end up together, I'm not saying the young, but like the people who get married older, even 18 at 18, my son's 13 and he has his own account.
Yeah,
you know
I mean,
so he's gonna have his own account when he meets.
Chrissy, I totally get it. I totally get. I agree what you're talking about. Like if you got burnt and you was in a situation where you got burnt with a joint account, then I fucking feel you 100%.
I actually never got burnt with a joint account because I never had a joint account.
I would have my reservations, but man, listen, man. I'm on some George Jefferson shit, and we moving on up, man.
To the east side.
You can still do
that
that.
deluxe apartment in the sky.
House in the sky. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk.
Fish don't cook.
No, I'm not mad. I'm not particularly mad at joint accounts. As long as your money is your money. And like I said, you have your budgets worked out and you guys have a clear understanding of what it is, then whatever, man. Because that's what, I mean, I'm coming from a perspective of marriage and I'm going to die with this woman, right? So it's a lifelong commitment, and I have been through a whole lot of bad and a whole lot of good with my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like we done been through the trenches. If I had to sit here and describe marriage to you guys, that's a whole nother podcast. You know what I mean? But we're talking economics right now, and it's just like, yo, listen, if you got burnt, I'm feeling that. Protect your assets. But if not, and you trust that person and it's been working for at least 11 years plus, do what works. Do what works. You know what I'm saying? As long as yours is yours, though. As long as you have your budget and you got your shit set out for you, and this is what you do throughout the course of a week, I'm saying, like, this goes back to what we were talking about in June, right, Chrissy, with it being economically literate. You know? If you're not out there blowing mad bread on stupid shit and you're
like sneakers,
their business, and both sides are doing that and working towards a goal, you can do nothing but build credit. And credit is way more powerful than a lot of things right now. Like they're trying to get rid of cash. You know what I'm saying? So if you guys are a strong unit and you're building towards that goal, man, I say go for it.
I'll go to you next, buddy.
Now, as far as social media goes, no. You're a fucking sucker if you share accounts. Get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck out. All the way the fuck out of here. But I will say, though, that if you have a Facebook, a Twitter, and IG as a married man, such as myself, nothing is sacred. I leave my phone anywhere. Because I am an open book.
You should.
I can be trusted. I can be trusted. There's no fuckery going on with me in my phone. And I'm sure in the beginning stages, actually, I'm positive that my wife has fact-checked me on my own phone whenever I've left at home. You know what I'm saying? So as long as you're legit, you're never gonna have your own account. Whether it's official on Facebook or not. Like TJ can run to the shitter and leave. TJ Spitter can run to the shitter and leave his shit on the coffee table. You know what I'm saying? Like he is such an open book. and is not with the fuckery, that his wife probably knows his password. If she doesn't, then she doesn't.
She automatically gets him when I change him.
My wife knows all of my codes.
Yeah.
There's none of that with her. And the shit is, I'll take you one even further. I don't know her codes. I'm not. Listen, man.
I don't care.
I'm one of those husbands or boyfriends that's going to stress you out on where you been all night. You was out with your friends. You was out with your
Michael.
friends. If I hear I hear about it. Listen, dude, I'm 42. I ain't got time to be worried about fuckery. I don't. You know what I'm saying? If you up to some bullshit, it's gonna come back to me regardless. That's just how much that.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
Just how much I'm on my shit. It's gonna come back.
The only passwords I got are the important ones.
Hey, Clips is a good guy. Let me put him on to something to get him out of this situation. And that's just gonna happen for me. You know what I'm saying? Either way. So not really worried about it. I don't subscribe to the joint social media account because it just makes you look like a sucker. At the end of the day, if you're in a real relationship, you're not gonna have a joint. You already have a joint account, so it's what it is. It's about how paranoid your joint is, and it's gonna keep you, because I don't like insecurity. I'm not like, if my wife is like, "Oh well, I looked at that's immediate red flag for me. Well, fuck out of here. What are you doing?" You know what I'm saying? Because I don't check your shit. I'm not on you like that. Like, knock it off. I wake up with you every day. I go to sleep with you every night. So, you know what I mean? All that extra is bullshit to me. So
that's dope.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's dope.
Nothing sacred, man.
Yo, Letty, you had something else to say.
It was just, I had a question about the joint bank account, and I think it was like towards what Clips was saying, how you have a joint account with your wife, but you guys don't have like separate accounts. So
I didn't say that.
Okay. That's okay. Well, what if you weren't burned in the past, okay, and you guys have a joint bank account and you guys trust each other or whatever? Like, having a separate account, does that make you not trust the other person?
No. I think it's going to tie into a lot of what I used to say as far as a girl cheating on you goes, and that's character development. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've seen people go through their whole lives without being cheated on. And I'm like, you lucky motherfucker. Like, you're just out here willy-nilly just doing your own thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that is a testament to that. Like, I truly do believe that applies, you know, as far as like a joint account, a joint spousal account goes. Because if you've never been burnt, then you're naive to a situation. You don't know what that is. And if your situation has thrived for so long without that type of negativity introduced into it on a financial level, then I say do what works for you.
But so, okay, for anybody on the cast right now, if you got into a relationship and maybe you guys are all for the joint account, but the other person is not, would you feel like they don't trust you enough to have a joint account, or would you like be respectful of like their decision? Because like they weren't burned in the past, like they don't know what it feels like to be broke with nothing or left with nothing because somebody else took it. It's just because it's their own personal decision to not have a joint account. Would you feel like you are not trusted in that situation?
You can't answer that question.
Or would you respect it?
I couldn't tell you.
Because I legit divorced my second husband because of my assets were in jeopardy. Legit, only reason. So you can't ask me that question, because I'm not gonna feel any kind of way, because I'm gonna hope you don't ask me for it. I'm on that position of don't ask me.
Yo, but I you know what though, Christy, I kind of hear perspective. Like I always like listen. Recently, like the past couple of months, I've been very receptive to a lot of other people's opinions, except for when I have to be a villain. You know what I'm saying? When I have to be a villain, I'm in. But yo, I hear exactly what you're coming from because you felt that life and getting to know you, you're the supportive kind of person. You're that person that fuck with broke niggas. You're wrong. You feel a lot of broke niggas. And I'm like, nah, she laughing because she know I'm right. You know what I'm saying? She know I'm right. So it's like, I get that. You don't want to get played at the end of the day, so you got to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely get that, man. I get it, man. I agree with you. I agree with that. Hell yeah, protect your fucking assets. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean,
you know, there's individuals that as soon as they get a chance, they're gonna take you. You know what I mean?
There's levels to this shit.
That I try not to show anything that I have, but
yeah, and it's not even like Tristan dealing with broke people.
Let me draw this back in real quick. So, Chrissy, when can I get on your account?
You already know I need 2 stacks. Yeah, not borrow.
Christina knows again. She left.
I know. I'll be right back.
So here's my take on the whole thing. When it comes to joint checking accounts, I think I tried it once with my baby mother, the first one, and I didn't really because I didn't really put too much in there because I didn't trust that person to begin with. It wasn't even they didn't have to burn me. I just knew the person. And when you get involved with people, you know the person when you're getting involved with. So if you can't trust them, why even put yourself through there?
Facts.
But I do believe that there comes a point if you're going to enter in a relationship or a marriage with someone that you should have a trust and put money in that department, especially if kids. You should develop a joint checking to so you know whatever happens to you, what happens to them, because you don't know like what it takes to go through to get in that bank information. If you die before your other spouse dies and there's nothing there for them, then that money goes to usually family if you're not married or whatever the case may be. I mean, there's a lot of fucking hoops and taxes and shit to jump over if you untimely leave before your mate does, and you have kids with them. So I'm all about that. I mean, I think that it's depositing. It's like building part of the foundation. You put money into that for each of you. You just gotta be quick on the trigger when you know that situation's over to get all the money out that motherfucker.
Somebody's gonna do it.
Also, to add to that though, when you set up an account at a bank, they ask you, you know, if something did happen to you, where do you want your money to go? And you can always put your kids. Like, and that's what I did for me.
Yeah, no, that's true. But if your children are under the age, they can't touch that money at a certain time.
Yeah.
And that person can, then you're in a situation.
Exactly. That's why you have to. They can't touch it until they're 8, whatever. But then you also have to have like a will to be like, okay, like this is what I want for my kids, or where they want to go, and what money they're gonna get. But like.
Well, no, that's good. That's a good point. You brought it up because if you're with somebody and you don't trust them to have a joint bank account with them, who are you putting on there to take care of your kids? Beneficiary? Are you putting your parent on there? So then that means that parent can't take care of your kids if you don't have them listed there. So why not have a joint checking? That defeats the purpose at the end of the day.
So when I got divorced with my first husband, I was required by law to put my ex-husband as a beneficiary instead of my son until he's 18, because if anything happens to me, the money has to go to him so that he could take care of my son. And the court made me do that.
Yeah.
Ask me if I could married.
But you were married at the time, right?
No,
you were married.
This was during the divorce.
I
see.
At the divorce, the judge. I didn't do that shit though, and I don't care. Allegedly, I didn't do it.
Yeah, don't be telling yourself like that. Allegedly. No, she still has time to file the paperwork. She hasn't done that yet. You got 45 days. Don't worry about that.
But now I got full legal custody, so it don't matter. He wouldn't get
Hey, I'm trying to help you out of a bad situation. Listen, girl, I got you. As far as social media accounts go, I agree with the panel. You's a motherfucking sucker. If you got a motherfucking joint account with you and your chick on the same thing. Because I tell you, if I get some unsolicited dick pics, oh, it's a wrap. If Jonathan from work sends you a message, and listen, I'm being at your job to meet Jonathan, see why he felt that he was comfortable sending you a message in your inbox when you go to call the phone. So yeah. And not the jealous type. It's just that why the fuck did you feel the need that you thought that you were gonna slide something in them? Because you know most people don't know that it's shared account. They see the picture of you, they don't know that it's that she's in love with her man. They're on the phone.
Should it be a couple's account? Like, are they hugging together in the profile pic? Or
usually they're together in the profile picture, and it says both of their names on
Yeah.
Jen and John.
it says Sucky McSuckerson.
Joe Schmo and James Schmo. Not
Steve and Jessica.
No. Listen, I've been there before, and I know that, but because I knew a chick who had the app, the Messenger app, but her husband didn't have the Messenger app. So what she was doing was she was getting messages on her phone because she was smart enough to have the Messenger account, and she had to look to her for her whatever email, whatever the case may be, and she would get the messages. He wasn't smart enough to even think about the messaging part. He just was happy to go on the Facebook shit. So she was receiving all this unwanted attention, which was actually wanted.
All kinds of likes and shares and subscribes.
And listen, and then it was crazy. But there's some thoughts up there. Men and women.
You don't say.
Men and women. But yeah. Let's go back to accounts because I was dealing with this one chick. I ain't gonna say her name. But
why not?
I don't understand why. There's reasons. I don't understand why she did not have a fucking checking account in her own name. Like she would always use her husband. Like no, I was like, I had to tell her, I was like, yo, why don't you like take your allowance out and build your own account up so you know you would have your own money. So you know, like, so if he leave your ass for all the dipping and diving your ass is doing, you would have some shit on the side. You know what I mean? Like you would have something. And she was like, oh no.
Wait. So
we ain't gonna say that.
You're
No,
actually
I gotta
giving
say
her very good advice. That's all I want to say. You're actually giving her very good advice.
Lady E, I give good dick and advice.
She doesn't want to take it.
Off the rails.
I'm a full counsel service.
So she wants to take the dick, but not the good advice. Okay, gotcha.
I'm telling you, I'm like a marriage counselor. I'm an uncertified marriage counselor. I help you get your marriage right back on rails, and I get your financials set up correctly.
Apparently not.
I have so many topics for our next podcast.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Just off the rails. That's your.
It's just off the rails.
All day.
Yeah, you should have named tonight's episode "Off the Rails."
Yes.
Off top. Yeah, off top.
We have not stuck on.
Off top.
So I just couldn't believe why to me it was unfathomable why you don't have your own. So when you're spending all his money, right? Like if he found out some shit, he's leaving your ass. What are you going to do? You're stuck up shit's paddle, up shit's creek without a paddle.
Yes.
Yeah, she's not really though. She's not really.
Always plan ahead, no matter how good the relationship is going. Yes, it could be going great, and you think everything is amazing, and it could be going on for 20 years or whatever. You always have to think ahead and prepare yourself for the future because you don't know what the future is going to entail. My aunt and uncle were married for 20 years or something, and they got a divorce, and it's nobody saw that coming. Nobody. But it happened.
They did.
It happened.
They knew shit wasn't right. They were just acting for the family.
I mean, maybe, but also it's you don't know what's going to happen. You're going to be married for 20 years, and you're not going to prepare yourself for being single one day.
I agree with you.
You have to think about these. Not forever. Yes, it's a fairy tale. It's great to think that way, and it's great to live that way. It's amazing, but also it's look out for yourself too. Like, take care.
I agree with you 100%. You're right, because ain't nobody gonna fuck yourself. Nobody's gonna fuck you like you, and that's what it is. Or take care of you like yourself. No one's gonna look after you. So you got to be prepared for, especially if you're not happy in your own marriage, right? Like, why wouldn't you set aside tools to get you out of that marriage? Like, why wouldn't you do certain things like that?
Exactly.
You know? Or just be a human being and just get divorced. Like, when you have to, like.
Just be honest and real, and just say what you're feeling, then take it from there. But a lot of people want to hide things and be unhappy and live their life in this like little bubble because that's what they're used to living in, and they're afraid to be out on their own because they haven't done that in forever because they're in this like 15-20 year long relationship, and they're like, well, I mean, I'm used to being taken care of and I'm used to this. So I'm just going to be here and be unhappy and waste away the rest of my life because, you know, I don't have to worry about anything. And it's like, you're not even living your life. Like, you're not even doing what you want to do. Like, I don't understand.
Just following the motions. Just following the motions.
Yes. Exactly.
Now, let's live in your life.
Well, that's going to bring us up to our last subject of the night. Cancel me.
We're not gonna run off them hills.
Yeah, man.
TJ, who you canceling today?
Now y'all gonna have to come back to me, man. I gotta strategically line this one up.
Oh,
fair enough.
No, fuck that.
Okay, we're gonna get him out of here early.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send to Sean see who's canceling tonight.
Huh? Who's canceled?
Yeah, who you canceling tonight? What you feel?
I'm canceling storytellers tonight.
All right.
I'm canceling storytellers. People that's in everybody else's business except their own. That always got a story to tell. I call them half truths. I grew up on a motto instilled for me from day one as a young kid from my mom, who was a single mother, is believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. So tonight, clearly better canceling storytellers and people that can't mind their own goddamn business. We know all about that, Black. People just can't keep your name out their mouth, and they just want to tell half truths. So I think what we do with that as individuals is like what I do. I just take it for what it's worth and I build it up and I let people run their mouth and let them tell half truths until one day I decide to pull out my ammo and slaughter them. So we canceling storytellers and people that tell half the truth and people that know nothing but tell it all.
You sound very mature. You sound very mature. Very mature because I couldn't do it.
On that level soon. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get on that
level. I couldn't do that. I had to scream his name from the rooftop. If that's the person I'm thinking about. I let everybody know. I let them know every podcast I say Jay Mills because I need people to know that's how I feel about certain shit. Because Jay Mills asked me to get was coming to him, and I haven't been in Eastern Pennsylvania yet, so I haven't seen his ass. So I just like to say it so everybody knows who's listening that Jay Mills is the nigga I'm talking about. So I don't know how everybody else is, but Jay Mills, that's why.
Say my name. Say my name.
Yeah, we've been talking about him since coast to coast.
You would think he's got a sponsorship with us.
You're right, he does. He's sponsoring that ass whooping.
Black be giving him views.
Yeah, hold up. For y'all that didn't hear me in the back rows, Jay Mills. All right. Chrissy.
Who am I canceling? Did I cancel them already? I don't know if I canceled them already, but I am canceling Arcadis water system.
You did last week.
Yeah, well, they're still fucking canceled this week, all right? I'm gonna tell you why.
I felt that.
Jeez, motherfucker.
I felt that energy.
I felt that.
That was
deep. They disconnected my sump pump the day before the storm. I got 3 feet of water in my damn basement. I need a whole new hot water heater, and my heating system is out. So they are canceled. Like, and the thing is, I can't even fight them because it's going to be their word against mine. So there's no proof on what the hell they did in my basement. So you cancel for a second motherfucking week. And if this keeps going, you're going to be a third, a fourth, and a fifth. But I swear to God, like I am, like it's insane. Like everything is done in my basement. Everything is gone. It flipped the fridge over in my basement. Like everything is gone.
So
Everything. And I'm out a lot of money.
did you go to Better Business Bureau and file complaints and do all the legwork? Because I write strong, stern emails. Because
J Mills.
yeah. So you definitely should do
J
that.
Mills.
Hopefully somebody
Okay.
will contact you back and tell them the situation so they can take some part of it. Their insurance is supposed to cover that shit for you.
Yeah, shout out to J Mills.
Yeah. And if a nigga named J Mills works there, nigga, just put
You're
electric
watching right now.
Hey, yo, I got a cool dude named J Mills though that I do fuck with. He live in Florida. Shout out to you if you watching, man. You the homie. But there's this other J Mills that works that lives up here. And he about some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a couple of J Millses though. One is real cool. I fucks with him. And the other one is, man, that's Black's Man's.
Black man, black.
Yes, and Angel, did you hear me shout you out? Angel, I shouted you out. Did you hear me? You gotta go back and replay.
Hey,
Yeah, anything else
Angel.
going on?
Yes, we are still
Hold on,
on.
maybe we should maybe a rap to our intro.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, J Mills. Hey, yo, J Mills is about to take free to that.
So can we
All
stop
right.
saying his name? We've given him enough airtime.
Yeah, he's gotten clearly too much airtime.
Exactly.
Right.
I'm done. That's my cancel. Don't be on the next one, Arcadis.
Don't be in business. I'll be writing letters all day. If you need to, we can make some reports for you. Allegedly.
Yes.
Make some phone calls.
Yeah. Lady E, who you canceling?
So, as some of you know, I work on a golf course on the weekends and I raise money for charity. And let me just tell you, yesterday I was very highly pissed and annoyed at the fact that I got to the golf course. I went to the 11th hole because a lot of the players have not gotten there yet. So I figured, I could like beat them there and then, take their money. So come to find out that a guy from a totally different company from the one that I work with. So I was on the 11th hole. He goes to the 4th hole and he's doing his little promotion shit and raising money for a different cause. So by the time the players got to me, they were like, oh, well, we already donated money. We already did this. Like nobody wanted to donate money for my charity, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, first of all, you are not supposed to have two different people on the same course at the same time, raising money for two different charities, because nobody's going to donate money to two different charities when they're trying to play golf. And I was so pissed and annoyed that this golf place allowed that to happen. My bosses were like, what the fuck's going on? And because of that, I work off commission. And if I don't sell any tickets, I don't make any money. And I actually stayed an extra hour on that hot ass golf course in the fucking heat and sun just so I can try to get something from these golfers. And I am canceling that golf course. I don't want to say the name because I don't want to.
Okay.
Well,
I don't want to say
was
names
it
because I don't
another
want to
chick or was it
incriminate
a dude?
myself. Huh?
Was it a chick or a dude?
It was a guy. It was a dude that was on the and okay, so I wanted to go over there so bad. A big part of me wanted to go over there so bad and cuss his ass out and tell him to leave, but I couldn't. And I was like, you know what? This is just fucked up. Like my whole weekend is fucked up.
I feel for you there. I'm sorry, but you should have played the back nine.
I did play the back nine.
Jesus Christ.
I was on the back nine. He was on the front nine. That's why he got all the players before me.
You got all the money.
You got all. You would have cleaned it up.
You got all the money.
You would have had a hole in one.
Mm-hmm.
Off topic.
Eagle. Call that an eagle, right? Eagle.
No, but I feel you though, because that shit is fucked up because he played you. He out strategized you by going in the hole early. No.
Yes.
Pause.
But also, I had to think about it because it probably wasn't him. It was the actual golf course that allowed it to happen. They could have totally been like, no, we already have a promotion person out there doing like raising money for a certain cause. Like we can't have two people at the same time, but they totally allowed it, which is not okay. Like
backstabbing.
Yeah.
What point did you find out that he was at the hole for number 4? Because why didn't you just go to hole number 1?
So okay, we do a 3-par challenge. So we're only allowed to go on the holes where it's a 3-par. So he was on I think it was the 3rd hole. I was on the 11th hole because I was like, all right, well, a lot of golfers already started by the time I got there. So I figured if I go to the 11th hole, I could beat all of them there. So I would make more money that way. And I would raise more money for charity. So that was my thinking process. And he came in later than I did. And by the time that, some of the golfers got to me, they're like, oh, well, I already donated to the guy on the 3rd hole. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you, yeah, I was totally like blindsided. I were like, what the fuck is going on? It just totally messed up my whole vibe that whole day.
And I understand you can't say his name, but I would have been. Was his name Jay Mills by any chance?
Yo, Jay Mills. Jay Mills, babe. Nah, it wasn't my Florida Jay Mills. That Jay Mills is cool.
But I feel bad because like I wanted to cut the guy out, but I couldn't cut him out because he was raising money. And I was like, damn, like I can't cut him out because he's raising money for a good cause, and just like I'm raising money for a good cause. It wasn't even his fault. I wanted to be mad at somebody, and I was like,
yeah, I feel you though. Don't worry, we'll get them back. We'll plot. You got next time you run an issue, we'll talk. Tell you where you need to be at because I only play hole 1 and 2. But I mean, some niggas play other different holes, but that's a different story. But we're gonna go.
But this, never mind. Never mind.
TJ, who you counsel? We can't just do anything in a hurry. I love us. We all some long-winded Jay Mills motherfuckers. First and foremost, I'm canceling the person from the group that allegedly thought I was a racist. Who was lining your ass up on Saturday to get you the fuck out the group, B, and you lucky we reined it in. I'm letting you know I'm nowhere close to racist, Miss Lady Bitch, and I mean that as politely as possible.
Politely as possible.
Yeah. And the second people that I'm canceling is all the fake ass supporters out there that want to be on your videos dancing and shit. But when it come time to actually go into the YouTube page, like, commenting, subscribing, you know how easy it is to share a fucking photo? It's simple. You know how easy it is to promote? But you out there on your phone every day. You know what I mean? But that's cool because we see y'all. We recognize y'all. Y'all have true fake ass support telling people, so y'all cancel too. You know what I mean? And so I handle that privately on my friends list. Control, Alt, Delete, and I erase the history and act like we never met.
Yo, say word. Do
I've
that.
been
Then.
inboxing.
Do that.
I've
Do
been
that.
inboxing.
Hey, yo, TJ, do that.
That's my move.
Hey, we here. We here. And now for the second to last cancellation of the evening, Clips, who you canceling?
I want to give a huge shout out to Clearly Better. He took care of my house today. I got the superpower wash. Oh my God. We about to have the before and after pictures popping on his wall. I already took him, brother. Don't even worry about it.
Old girl gave me a review. Tell her I said I appreciate it.
Oh, she put that in.
It popped up.
Shit.
She already sent the love. I appreciate it.
Yo, fuck all that though. Like I was a part of that, but at the same time, like this dude is legit. I come out of my house today and it smelled like chlorine. It smelled like a clean ass. It smelled like a clean ass house. It smelled like a clean swimming pool. Like you can just go out and just hop with it and enjoy your shit. Yo, but at the same time, the shit looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. My house is off the chain. I had all sorts of green shit on the back of my house. Yo, go check his webpage. I'm sure he's gonna hit you with that. But check it out, man. You'll see the before and afters of that whole thing. You know what I mean? And he niced me up. He does power wash, he does gutters, he does windows, he kills it.
Angel.
Killed it, man. You know what I mean? The Boricua, hey yo, shout outs to you, Boricua Gerald Levert, Angel Colazo. Is that any relation to Luis Colazo, the boxer? Let me know, B. Let me know in the comments. Are you related to Luis Colazo? At the end of the day, though, who am I canceling? I am canceling you guys for waking me up at like 6 and something in the morning.
Well, I'm gonna make it a little earlier then, big fella. We're looking at 5 then this morning.
Give me a heads up then. So
Here's your heads up. 5 a.m. I'll be texting.
All right, cool. So now I know. And I know. Listen,
look,
I will
wake up talking shit. We wake up talking shit. Okay.
Why y'all interrupting me? Please don't interrupt me. I'm talking here. All right. Thank you. Yeah, listen.
Colazo said maybe.
Yeah, maybe. That's what's up. Yo, check this out. That's just funny. That's funnies right there. But at the same time, who do I want to cancel? I'm canceling this whole last weekend. Adulting sucks. Because at the end of the day, you're just gonna be running around mowing lawns and putting boards together. Oh my God, it sucks being an adult, man. It does. And you're like the man, you got mad estrogen running through your house. You know what I'm saying? You have to do everything. That shit is whack. Like I really have to go back to work tomorrow. And damn, man, I ain't really get to do shit this weekend, but family, a whole gang of family responsibilities. I'm a family man doing a family damn thing, and it shows, baby. Sometimes it sucks, especially when we got these weirdos waking up at like 5 in the morning. Black Earth, I'm gonna get to you.
Blah 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 blah. 6:30 in the morning. My Gene.
Who the fuck is up at 6:30 in the morning unless you want cocaine? Unless you want cocaine.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yo, E is on cocaine. She was like,
she was like, it's party time. I ain't going to sleep yet.
That's not what she's doing.
So funny.
I don't put business out there. We know what she was doing. You trying to bring down that heart rate.
I got inbox saying, what was I doing up this early in the morning by one of the groups.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So this is how I'm gonna start this off. My cancellation is probably gonna be short and sweet. Motherfuck Con Edison. What in the goddamn I wanted to talk about this shit the other night on Thursday, but because my power was out, I couldn't even be on it long enough to fucking charge my phone, so I could talk about the motherfucker. Like, as much as y'all charge me a month in fucking services, and you keep my shit out for damn near 4 days, I had the nerve to say your power be on by like shit went out on August 4th, I believe. Was it 4th? Yeah. And they talking about it may be on by Sunday by 11 p.m. What type of fucking time frame is that? I done spent 4 nights in a hotel. And I had to get 2 rooms because I love my children, but I need my space. 4 motherfucking kids in my room. Come on, man. Like, Con Edison, fuck you with the dirty dick, like all that shit. That's what I want to say, Con Edison.
Hey, yo, tell them the real reason why you got 2 rooms, Black.
Sponsorships.
The real reason I had 2 rooms because one was for my daughters and my son, and the other one for me. That's the only reason I had 2 rooms. Anyway, because if you're being technical, there was 3 rooms, but I said 2, 1 for my children, 1 for me. Anyway, so haters is all around us. You know what I mean? Can't you feel the energy?
Charles is gonna get message bright and early this morning. I can feel it in the air.
Yeah.
Wait, hold up.
I'm up at 6:15 though. Y'all can't bother me Monday through Saturday through Friday. Y'all weekend shit. Y'all lost y'all fucking minds though. Y'all
sounds like a 3 a.m. text message.
Anyway,
everybody tonight.
I only wake up early on the weekends, so I got you now.
I'm muting everybody.
Wow.
She doesn't go to sleep on the weekends. She'll be messaging.
So I'm canceling all you motherfuckers and about to mute all y'all so I can finish my damn statement.
All of a sudden, he got a long story to tell us about acquisitions and unicorns.
Oh my God. Here we go. All right. We out, y'all. Hey, yo, this is Big Clock Watch.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
This form right here.
This is Big Clock Watch.
Right here. Right here. If y'all can see it at home, it's from Con Edison to try to replace the money that I've lost and all the food I had to throw out when I came fucking home. But they're only giving you a cipher up to $540. I done thrown away lobster. I done thrown away lobster tail. I done thrown away bags of shrimp. I done thrown away from all the fucking food. I had over maybe $1,300 of fucking food in my refrigerator. I'm throwing away, but you only tell me $540, and not even my hotel store. Like, come on, man, get your shit together, bro. Like, but hold up, if I miss a payment, y'all ready to cut my shit off quick, fast, in a hurry. Like, y'all ain't play like, oh, you ain't got payment? Oh, you got about 2 hours, bro. And then we come back and shut your shit off.
Jay Mills must work for him.
Hey, yo, shout out to Jay Mills, yo. Shout out to Jay Mills, yo. Real talk.
Jay Mills said your estimated time of arrival.
Y'all get a sloppy. Yo, everybody say their goodbyes. Yo, I'm Black Earth 2117. Fucking Clockwork. Clock Watch. I'm good to fuck Clockwork. I don't even know what I'm talking about right now. It's fucking ridiculous. It's fucking ridiculous. Everybody say goodbye. We out of this.
Power P tomorrow night, 9 p.m.
Facts. Hey, yo,
no,
I hope y'all get Jay Mills on that episode tomorrow night. This it'll be fire.
The ladies will have Jay Mills on. They'll be on 9 o'clock.
Don't lie.
Wednesday at noon, spitting with Spitter.
Hey, yo, Jay Mills gonna be on that episode.
Let's go to my mouth next.
No,
on Wednesday, check out the premiere of Spitting with Spitter at noon.
Wednesday at noon.
If your asses is up.
Yo, Jay Mills gonna be there too.
No, he won't.
Out here.
And we
no.
We love peace.
He everywhere.
Out to I hit.
Bro, what you doing?
Yo, he everywhere. We never there.
Come on, we still on. What are you doing?
Oh my God, yo.
We live again.
Still on.
We live again.
Bro.